And we're back live on Pub Sports Radio for another college basketball bet stream. But today we got NFL, we got college football bowl games, we got college basketball, we got it all. C-Mac, what's good this Saturday, my dude?
Oh my God, man. It's fucking busy. Mornings. So many fucking games. So many everywhere, every sport. So I am busy. But we got time on here for the next few hours to get some winners, zero in on some shit and cash.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Shout out to Jeff Slaughter, the OG, the Don of Pub Sports Radio for getting us up there. Shout out to our guy Billy helping with the graphics backstage, kind of on the ones and twos with us. But shout out to you guys in the chat, man, showing up early. I know these Saturdays come quick, but we got work to do. We got bets to make. We got money to make. Saturday's a day of business for us here. Ian Schwarber, Andrew G, Robert Franklin, Steve, good to see you, man. Chess and Poker Daily, okay. Robert Franklin, Justin. I saw that whole thing. Is it Muckelvey? Did I say it correctly? Justin Muckelvey? I think I got it. He said his stacks POD is LSU plus 7.5. 115 and 112 is his record now. Billy dropping in the chat for this game right here. And I think he'll be on here with us too. He said Kevin McCullough over 17.5 points at even money. McCullough has gone over his prop in 7 out of his last 10 games. In 2 road games, he's averaging 23 points per game versus an Indiana team who matches up well with Dickerson. So basically what he's saying is they're not going to be feeding it in the paint to Dickerson as much, so McCullough's going to be taking some shots. I like it. Truth Teller, good to see you. Sorry your game's on CBS, my dude, but good news is we got you right here, live. Me and my guy C-Mac. C-Mac, you loaded up and ready to go, or you still looking diving into some stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm ready to go. I don't have a ton in this game. The McCullough prop's fine. It's too juiced for me now. I would rather and I don't want to take it at 17.5, but it'd be plus money. That's where I'd be, because I have like minus 150 for the 16.5, but I think he could get it. And I don't know, Indiana. I haven't got news here. Johnson's just out for sure, I think, again for Indiana. And they're just sloppy defensively, even here. I don't know if we could take them, but I'm ready to bet live. So, and I got bets other games. I have the over in Indiana State. It's tipping off here. So.
Oh, is that tipping off like right here at 11? I guess I didn't think about that because we got an extra 30 minutes for this game. So, is that the one you got bet on the 11 o'clock, the Indiana State?
Yeah. I do have under in this football game too. 49. We'll see.
Gotcha. I don't have any. I have 3 bets in the college bowl games I can touch on today. I have 5 bets in college basketball. I didn't bet any of the 11 a.m. games. I looked at Penn State for a little bit over Georgia Tech, but I didn't pull the trigger. So I don't have any action. But what I do have is I have Kansas in the first half minus 3.5 against Indiana. I'm staying away full game. Kansas is winning games, but they're not covering spreads here. That's one thing I've noticed. And Indiana seems to be in a groove. They've won 4 of their last 5 games. They've got wins against Maryland and Michigan, which are good wins. Their 2 defeats are against UConn and Auburn, and they did get handled a little bit against Auburn. But I think Indiana does have enough of a scoring punch to stay in this game. And if it comes down to free throws, I don't like the idea of having to cover 7 or 7.5. However, I do think that Kansas can be up by a couple scores at half. So I do have Kansas in the first half minus 3.5 as my first one. Shout out to everybody still rolling in, man. Dana Delp, Justin, he said McKelvey. I mean, we're doing it again. I could have sworn that's how you said not to say it, bro. I'm just going to call you Justin Money. How about that? JM, whatever. We're going to come up with something else until you tell me how to say it. Vincent Ramirez, good to see you in the chat, man.
I think we're taking this name game a little too far.
Yeah. I thought I had it right though. That's why I went back to it. But it's all good. Perky Sanderson, man, good to see you still in here. Rob Danner, just now seen him. He said joined. If you just joined, welcome home, my guy. It's good to have you. Glad to see you here. MT13 said he's got Kansas first half and first half over. There you go. Chosen One said he's on that Kansas first half with me. Also on the under 147.5. There you go. Yeah, I do have action. I just saw Chips in the chat. I do have action on UCLA today. So hopefully we get there. Yeah, just tell me at Pubapalooza 3, Justin. Good call, man. But C-Mac, yeah, I touched on it. Indiana
There you go.
playing good basketball. You said you didn't have a side here. Did you have any lean on the total at all in this game, or not really?
Turkey's wild. What up?
I just said.
What up?
I just said, did you have any lean on a side or a total in this game, or are you just
No.
looking for it live?
Yeah, I'm just looking at. I like your Kansas look first half. I wouldn't like full game. Like you were talking about. I just don't love it. I want to get in another game too. It's kind of like here. It's on a neutral floor. Some people are on LSU. Justin, I saw, was on it. And it's not that I own a Texas. I always talk about the classic 6.5. This game has a cap. 6.5, 7.5 line. But I think LSU they're going to have times where they're better, but I don't think they can shoot it. It's just, can Texas cover this number here? And they're at the Toyota Center. I think they can. My lean's that way with one of these morning games.
You know how I feel LSU last week. Nah, that is not a bet on team right now.
That's Billy in the back, man. I was about to say, C-Mac, you know how I feel about LSU. I don't have money on Texas, so I'm not putting that energy out there for you, Justin, because there's no reason to put it out there. If I had money on it, I'd put it out. But my feelings for LSU are not the strongest. For me, the last year and a half, they've been a fade. But I'm not fading them today, so I hope you go get that cash, man. And I've seen some good ass cappers on that same spot. So I think you got some good people with you there. So we'll be talking about plenty of other games. We got time here. This isn't typical. Usually we get in here and the game's about to tip off. We've got another 30 minutes today before this game tips off, so we can touch on some of our other action.
Oh shit! I didn't even know that. Okay.
You didn't know that?
No, man. I just saw it just when you said it. All right, sounds good. Hey, dude. Wild morning, man. Shit.
So much to cap and talk about, right? So that's my first bet outside of this game is Baylor against Michigan State. I got Baylor in the first half. I'll just hit my card real quick, and then we can break into some of them. So whole card here. Here you go, everybody. Get ready because I'm about to throw some shit at you. Kansas, first half, -3.5, -115. Baylor, first half, -1.5, -102. Jacksonville State in college football, -2.5, -110. I have Houston first half against the Aggies, -3.5, -108. I've got Memphis full game against Clemson, -1.5, -110. I've got Arizona on the money line against Purdue, -102. I've got UCLA -4, -110, and UCLA first half -2.5, -110. There's a card for you. Feel free to throw any questions out. Feel free to ask us, why, but there's all my bets. So you're welcome. I just went through it really quick.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I want to look at this. Someone's asking about this total in the Penn State game. You know what? I like the under here a little bit. Penn State's too up tempo for me to bet that, but that's what I was looking at. Because Georgia Tech wants to slow it down, but can they do that here in this early spot? I think they could. I mean, I would bet the under, but that's just a lean for me in this game. Someone else had a question here. Mel has a question. Have you looked at this game yet? Utah State, San Fran. You mute?
Well, it's about time. I'm getting through like 10 minutes of this show without being on mute. What kind of shit was that? Felt a little awkward. I had to mute myself sooner or later. Let me pull it up. You said this Utah State San Fran game?
Yes. Muted.
Man, I tell you what, C-Mac, I did a show with somebody who doesn't know that I'm on mute all the time, and the first thing I did was go on mute. They were like, hey, you're muted. I was like, oh, I guess you don't know. I'm always muted. So now you know, right?
Yeah.
But I got you, man. San Fran's been bet on team over the last couple of years for me. So, and Utah State's not been bad either. It's a neutral site, if I'm not mistaken. But it's in Salt Lake City. So I think Utah State's going to kind of have the home court advantage here. Utah State's one of those teams that can put up points in bunches, and the Dons have not been terrific on defense this year. So for that reason, I stayed away from San Fran. I think the Aggies are going to be able to deal with it here. I kind of lean Utah State in this. Right now, they're 5-1-1 ATS their last 7 games. Whereas San Francisco, they've only covered once in their last 4. And thank God it was the one game I was on them. So just 2 teams kind of trend in different directions. I kind of look Utah before I went with San Fran there. What about you, C-Mac?
Yeah, I think if you got under the 3 is a lot better. That was huge the other day. It was 4. Santa Clara goes down to 1.5. They win by 2. So if you got Utah State at the closing line, you covered. I had the over, but 84-82. And I had Seattle against San Francisco. They covered that game. That was a pretty close game, low scoring. Yeah, San Francisco's slow. They're not great on offense, and they're not playing great defense. This could be a problem for them. I'm waiting for Utah State. They've just been so efficient on offense. I mean, they really haven't had a horrible shooting night. Maybe that's here. That's going to happen. We know that in college basketball. So, but I'd lean their way. I think they can get the winner.
For sure, man. I see some people rolling in on X. That's the second person who said joined. Joe said joined. I don't know what you guys joined. Maybe you joined the channel. Maybe you joined something on X. Either way, we're glad to have you here, man. Anybody who does hear my voice right now but does not put anything in the chat, change that, okay? Join. You don't have to spend any money. Get in the chat. Let us know what you're betting. Let us know if you're drinking this morning already. Let us know if you're smoking. Let us know if you got coffee. I don't care. Let us know what's going on. What up, Billy?
Willie B.
What up? The most important weekend of the year is the weekend before Christmas. Because if you go past Monday, anything that you order is going to go past Christmas. So the time is essential now. It is now. Put your finger on the button. Leans become bets today. Bets become Christmas gifts and presents under the tree. I'm glad to be here at Pub Sports Radio with the boys.
Hell yeah, bro. I like how you take us outside. I should probably do the same when I light up, but I don't. So my house stinks all the time.
Willie Beeman, you're the man.
When I'm not.
Well, to be honest with you,
Shit, I'm
all
lagging.
jokes aside, this is probably going to be the last time I see daylight for the rest of the day. So I might as well just embrace it and enjoy it now.
Oh yeah. What do you got? What do you got today?
I'm
Willie?
more on the live action angle when it comes to college. I got Kevin McCullers. You talked about that a little bit earlier, but the one game that I'm really waiting on here is this LaSalle versus Miami game. And, you know, I don't want to sound like a homer, but I got to be a homer here, man. I think LaSalle has the juice to cover this 15.5. But I think we get a better live line because I think Miami's going to start off hot. They're a little bit pissed off, coming off a loss. But once this game goes into halftime and we're hovering around 18.5, 20 points for LaSalle, I will be having the trigger pulled on LaSalle. I think the LaSalle Explorers match up very well against Miami. One of the biggest things is when you look at mid-major teams against like Power 5 conference teams, it's always a big size and athleticism advantage for those Power 5 teams. But I think LaSalle matches up well with those Power 5 teams because they have bigs down low. Their best player is their center. While I don't think he's going to have the greatest of greatest games, it's just nice to know that I'm not having a midget down there. It kind of reminds me of last week when we were on stream and Penn and Kentucky were playing a little bit, and I wanted to bet Penn live. They made the game competitive, but they just didn't have that. I like their center at Penn, but he's just not the type of dude you want to have against the 6'10 athletic blackhead dread guy dunking the fucking ball off of alley-oops and shit like it's the NBA. Like, that's just not the matchup. But LaSalle, they also got a big black dude down low who fucking blocks a shitload of shots and can put the ball in the back of the rim. I think LaSalle's live, man. That game's on the CW.
Yeah, we'll see because Miami just got blown out. They was bad the second half versus Kentucky.
Yeah.
Vincent Ramirez, shout out to my guy.
Get those memberships up. Memberships up today, boys. Let's see them. What is this join shit, C-Mac? A shout out. I mean, don't take it the wrong way, Kopanaski or Kopanaski. Glad to see you here. But that's the third person who's put joined in the chat.
Fuck if I know. I know Vincent Ramirez joined. He's a member.
Hell yeah. Anybody who joins, we love you. Glad that you're here, man. Keep joining. I just I don't know what it is, but good to see you. There it is again. What the fuck is going on?
Is it subscribed? Do they subscribe to the channel? Maybe.
No, they're on X, the Grateful Good brand. He just said
Oh,
join
okay.
also. Hey,
I
maybe
don't
X
know.
is stepping up their game and getting a live chat so we can actually interact with people that are watching from Twitter.
X.
When we get some downtime, we gotta talk over some UFC bets, man, because you guys gave out good vibes, good mojo. Shouts to C-Mac. Asked me what the UFC bets were. Didn't even send them out yet. We ended up sitting on the stream, figuring it out, and we ended up sweeping the card. And this is a big UFC card tonight. Wine
Huge.
time to the Pub Sports Radio membership.
Hell yeah, Wine Time. Sitting there
Wine
kicking it up.
time.
We appreciate the hell out of you, Wine Time. We want to know your action if you want to hop on. I know you're a busy man, but if you want to come in and get some give us some college football action, and I know you bet college basketball too, but whatever you got today, man, we'd love to have you.
Hell yeah. So, Beeman, I know we're give us a little UFC. Give us a little what's gonna happen later today.
Yeah, we got a quick synopsis of the let's talk about the main card fights. The fights that people really putting their money on.
Yes.
Patty Pimlet inside the distance. We're betting against Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson, I don't give a fuck if you're a David fucking Goggins, Mr. fucking, I don't care. The dude looks fucking washed. He just got submitted by Bobby Green, who probably doesn't even know what a fucking submission is.
Why are they having this fight? It's just to have a Patty go in there and win. Just another easy one.
Great
Like, what the fuck?
Great
Because he's horrible. Tony Ferguson's so washed. What's he lost? 7 in a row?
Six in a
7?
row, bro.
6 in a row.
6 in a row. 4 out of 6 are inside the distance. Patty's only minus 300. Great parlay piece, but we're betting him inside the distance. Plus 105? Come on, man. Fuck out of here. Patty inside the distance.
I hope it's
Fuck
just you,
outta here.
Nuke Worker. He asked if I hope it's just Nuke. He asked if it's just him or is the pictures blurry. Mine looks good. Does you
Dom
guys look
Claire
good?
puts in the chat, man.
I have no
Cody
idea.
Garbrandt money line. I am on Cody Garbrandt money line. Quick synopsis of that fight. Brian Kelleher just came off of a neck surgery. The doctor recommended him not to fight anymore, and he's back 9 months later. That sounds like a horrible situation. I think Cody Garbrandt wins. And then the other fight that we'll talk about here, main event, baby. Who you got? Are you on Team USA or Team Britain? We're on Team USA. Make America great again. Trump's in the building. He's going to be putting that belt on. Hashtag and new Kobe Covington when he fucking ragdolls Leon Edwards in those deep waters and pulls out a decision.
What's the number of decision?
Plus 140 on Kobe on Covington money line. The decision's plus 250.
I don't know. How long's he been off? Over a year, right?
Over a year, but it's Covington. He only fights once a year.
Yeah.
I
He's
just
a
don't
character,
think.
man.
I just feel like people are wiki capping it, saying Leon Edwards is 2-0 versus Usman and Covington's 0-2 versus Usman. Well, maybe they're two different fucking fighters. Kamaru Usman's a defensive wrestler. The motherfucker in the last 3 years hasn't been able to walk down the stairs forward in his own house. He can only do fucking pool workouts and shit. Walks down the stairs backwards. Like, dude's not the same guy anymore. Covington is going to push a fucking pace that's going to have Leon thinking, what the fuck am I getting myself into? And on top of this, Connor, when's the last time have you ever heard of a UFC fight saying that the former president of the United States is going to be putting on the belt of the champion if he wins? What does that mean? Trump's sitting next to Dana White the whole entire time. You think they're just sitting there saying, oh, look at Leon Edwards, man. Look at that great striker. They're going to be saying, fucking let's go, Kobe, and getting Donald Trump on television with Kobe Covington. We're making America great again. You think they're letting a fucking Brit walk out of Vegas with a fucking belt? Nah. I'll put my money
So the
in.
fix is in.
The
fix
fix
That's
is
what you're
in.
saying. I knew
JP
it was right. You were getting to.
JPZ said Billy's giving out a few picks before he chops some firewood. Because he looks like he's like outside in the cold, going to chop some firewood. I thought it was funny.
Hey, JPZ, we live in New Jersey. It's fucking cold down here.
All right.
It's not cold enough for the UFC to visit. March 30th, baby. Boardwalk Hall. If you guys are down in Atlantic City, come see Billy Briz live in the flesh at the UFC New Jersey event.
So I was going to hit one more time for anybody that's just rolling in. We've talked about this game. We got another 15 minutes, probably more like 20, 25 minutes before tip. But Billy's going to be on McCullers point prop 17.5 at even money. I'm on the Jayhawks first half -3.5. And our guy C-Mac is going to be looking to live bet this, which we all are. If either of these teams go on a run early, I'll probably jump the other side.
If I get better than even money, I'll take the 17.5. I'm gonna look around.
If you look around, I don't mind the PRA either, Connor. I came really close to the PRA at 27.5 at -125. Because McCullers is one of the few people leads the NCAA this year in triple doubles. There's been a couple of times where he didn't go over on his point prop and he finished with like 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and only like 12 points. So there's alternative ways to get in on McCullers. I actually just think that this is a really good scoring matchup, regardless if you bet the points and assists, points, rebounds, and assists. I just think he's going to get there points wise. We shall see. It's NCAA. You never know. These are college kids, especially off of finals week. But Assembly Hall, I've seen Dickerson play in Assembly Hall before. He plays fucking trash.
Well, that's one thing I was going to say is that Indiana might match up against him, but for the assist aspect of it, it's nice to have a big guy down there if you are going for points, rebounds, and assists like Dickerson. That he's gonna get a few assists off Dickerson at least to help get to that number.
I think it's going to be KJ Adams. That's going to be the one, that slashing type of forward, kind of get to the rim a little bit.
My only fear, it's funny you just said KJ Adams. My only fear of this game for my first half bet that I've had, I envision things sometimes and I like convince myself that like they're going to happen, is him getting in foul trouble early. I swear to God, like I was just trying to play aggressive to keep Indiana, in check. I worry about Adams getting in foul trouble early.
My biggest fear about backing Kansas in the first half is that this is their first true road game of the season, and you're going into your first true.
Adams is sick too, right? I need to look at these. Good to go here.
He's one of the two players that had the flu, right?
Yeah.
I think he's good to go, but I honestly, that's going off of what I heard like the other day that he should be better.
Shout out to my guy Canes Nation in the chat. My dude, I haven't seen him in a minute. I gotta give a shout out to my man.
Hell yeah, man.
Al Cervix says, I didn't even realize Patty was fighting Tony. This feels like a wrestling. What a corny matchup. Yeah, bro, and it's only -300, bro. That when I lined the fight, I had Patty as a -800. So when I saw -300, I was all over it.
You guys have any thoughts on this Baylor-Michigan State game? I am on Baylor first half.
Baylor.
I think you bet. I think you bet. I think Michigan's the spot. But there's been a lot of spots with Michigan this year, and they just blew it. So
that's the thing. Tom Izzo this, Tom Izzo always gets his team back, blah blah blah. And I know
not Tom Izzo though. I think it's more of
he doesn't have the players.
It's more of Baylor, bro. I feel like Baylor historically every fucking year when they play in big games, bro, they're always overrated. And all these games that they play in, bro, they're always favored. They always come out. This is a typical Baylor line. The Baylor line comes out at 5. Then
let me say this.
Moves it down the fucking -3.5, -4, so they can get money on both sides. And then it's like up to Baylor to win the game. I just don't think Baylor has the best player on the court, so I don't want to bet against them.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because let me say this. Any Baylor that you're talking about, which we've seen some great Baylor teams, but any Baylor team you're talking about did not have Jacob Walter on the court.
Yeah, Jacoby Walter's the best. His top 10 like NBA draft pick. He's legit.
Unbelievable. He's somebody that we're going to see shine in the NBA. Like he's that good.
He's that good. And that's the only reason why I didn't get to the betting window. Fuck the coaches. I just don't want to be betting against a Jacoby Walter led team because that kid can go off for 30 on an off night.
Yeah. And the way he facilitates, the way he facilitates the offense too, it's just, and then I still like Jalen Bridges. I still like Jaden Nunn. You
can't tell me though, bro, the spot doesn't say Michigan State though.
Bro, I've got
Michigan State spot.
Bro, just like anyone, I'll read shit. Everything that I've read says Michigan State because they're coming off back-to-back losses in conference play and Izzo's going to have his squad ready. I read some shit earlier that was talking about that luck stuff. You remember we were talking about it last week? And I still don't remember the damn name of the rating, but Michigan is the most unlucky team in the country or one of the most unlucky teams in the country. Like, but I don't like that luck rating thing. I think
The
it's
biggest, the biggest indicator in this game for me is this. What's the shooting percentage? And this is the part that I like Michigan State. Michigan State's
68% at the rim.
No, not even that. Michigan State's holding opponents to an effective field goal percentage of 28th in the country, so 41% they allow from the three-point line, but opponents are hitting only 30%. And when you look at Baylor, Baylor is ranked 223rd in the country in three-point attempt rate. So the number one thing that Michigan State is going to allow is wide open threes. And if Baylor doesn't capitalize on that, then are they going to win the game? Like, am I betting on just Baylor just hitting threes? Because I don't think that they hit those threes. They're on the road. This is a road game, and I don't think that those threes that they usually hit at home are going to fall on the road in their first true road game of the season. I think that they end up dropping this one against Michigan State.
See, and I'm cool with that cap because, like I just said, I trust Jaden Nunn. I trust there's a few players on the perimeter that I trust. Walter, obviously, I trust him.
It's a way different game than Baylor's played the whole entire year. Michigan State ranks 300.
Sure, but it's not a different game than Jaden Nunn and Jalen
It's
Bridges.
really slow,
They've
though.
played them in their career plenty of times.
If you take the possessions, but the number one thing in a basketball game, if you take a certain amount of possessions out of a basketball game and there's only a certain amount of possessions, then the dog becomes live because Baylor's not just getting the ball off the rim, chucking it out, getting the layup. Like, that's not how Michigan State plays. So, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. Baylor, I was just touching on this because I like pulling up these stats like this. So on the year, Michigan State's shot 68% at the rim, which is really good. Baylor's 75% at the rim on the season. But then you look at blocking percentages. I know this sounds like some weird stats, but again, I pull weird shit up. Michigan State's blocking 19% of the shots at the rim. So that's actually pretty damn impressive. That's one of the higher numbers I've seen. I didn't look at that, but I still like Baylor.
Well, it's a way different.
That can't be right, can it? That's a fucking ton. Usually that's around 6 or 7%.
I don't know. It's early in the year.
Yeah, exactly. So numbers could be skewed. You're right. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man, no, Michigan State, man. I feel like they're coming in to 2024, or I should say the end of this month and beginning of next month. They're going to be undervalued, man. And this is a Michigan State.
Well, they
spot.
came into
if they win that game last week against Indiana at home, this line would be damn near a fucking pick 'em.
Well, it is almost a pick 'em now. It's down to like 2, isn't it? And I was going to say Michigan State fucking I mean, they were top 5, and I don't have this in front of me, so I might be wrong. They were top 5 in preseason polls, weren't they?
Michigan State has not played good this year. That's the only reason why I can't put money on them, because just because it's a good spot for a team doesn't mean that they have the sense of players to get it. I don't know. I don't want to.
Maybe they'll come back. They just lost to Nebraska, and they had never lost to fucking Nebraska.
I'm on Baylor.
Beaten them
so all this
25 straight times.
All this talk. Fuck Michigan State. I agree with a lot of what you said, but let's go Bears. You're not on it, so you got to cheer for the Bears. That's the rule. You got to root for your homies if you.
I'm gonna root for the homies, but I'm really
no buts. No, stop right there. The conversation's done. You root for the Bears now. You broke it down
right now. Somebody asked in the chat, Buckeyes versus UCLA. I think that's a UCLA spot.
Bro, UCLA keeps catching points, and let me say this. You guys know I bet shit in the first half, right?
They got to score, though.
They got
problems.
Hold on.
Going to the window, man.
Let me finish this.
UCLA does not have that one Senso killer that I know that's going to get me 20.
Even the games that UCLA has looked like shit, go back and check that first half because they're covering that plus points in the first. I'm telling you,
that's the spot. That's a UCLA spot. I mean, if you think about it, Ohio State, you take the numbers out of it. Let's just talk about the spot scenario just in general. Ohio State traveling halfway across the country to go play at UCLA. UCLA has been flying into enemy territories week by week, playing these fuck ass road games that are fucking up their they're not supposed to be 4 and 5. They're just playing fuck ass schedule games in their non-conference that are horrible spots for them. 12 o'clock playing at Villanova type shit last week. Like those are horrible spots. Now they finally are on the good end of that spot. I think UCLA first half is the spot. Like I think they smack them in the first half.
Ohio State is coming. I was on Ohio State last week. It was Saturday when we were here, and I had them first half, and they covered. They were up by like 10 or 12 points at the end of the half, and then they lost full game against Penn State. Let Penn State come back and beat them. Just a bad showing from them. Hey, I'm going to turn this game on real quick. CMAC, our guy Sharon asked anything about 1 o'clock NFL. I don't have any NFL bets yet today. I might get to one.
But, on Saturday NFL games.
I'll be right back, guys. 1 second.
It's not one of my favorite games because Nick Mullins or Jake Browning. At that point, and you're giving me plus money, like fuck it. I think I would bet the fucking Vikings. So the fact that I would have to bet the Vikings, I don't think I should. How about you, C-Mac? How do you feel about the Minnesota game?
Yeah, I mean, it's just Bengals. I think they can win again. It's just you want to lay the 3. Yeah. I
Do
don't.
you guys know what channel this is on?
CBS.
No, but it should be CBS.
Oh, yeah, you're right, because somebody said that in the chat earlier.
Yep, CBS. I'm watching this game on the CW right now. We got a 10-19 game right now with LaSalle versus Miami. Miami's, besides their turnovers, they've been red hot, just shooting wise. But LaSalle's been hanging around. Man, I really want to bet LaSalle. I just gotta wait for the right number.
You're looking for it live?
Yeah, man. I'm looking for a plus 20 spot there with Miami because C-Mac said it perfectly. Like Miami's gonna come out in this game and they're gonna fucking come out hot. But finals week, you never know, man. I think LaSalle's getting to that point, man. They're already plus 21.5 on the live spread.
Bro, Miami has been exposed down low. Norchad Omier is not enough. I mean, he's a good ball player, don't get me wrong, but damn, they have been exposed down low recently.
Yeah, but the one thing about Miami, though, bro, they can score. I don't think LaSalle's got 100 points in them.
The guard play for Miami is outstanding, and if they're not getting dominated down low, they're fine. Why is this shit not working? Sorry, I'm just trying to get this on, and I'll be right back on screen.
You're Gucci. I'm waiting for this right number, man.
Al said he knows everyone's on the Lions. He's sticking to the Broncos. Drop you guys' action in here. I'll highlight it. Robert Franklin said Cincy money line. Al said Cincy at home. Robert said he's got the under 40.
I think I'm gonna take my first live spot. Baby shot doodle. Because I can't keep on watching this game and like not have a bet on it here.
Yeah, I don't mind the under, but
LaSalle first half
20
spread
half.
plus 14.5 for LaSalle. I don't think I think that they can make this at least a 12-point game by halftime.
Am I clicking the wrong thing? Do
LaSalle's
I
not playing bad. It's just Miami's not missing. Subs are about to come in. I like LaSalle in this first half.
Oh, it's always got to be something. My TV says, we're sorry something didn't work quite right. Try again. Unplug your modem and router from the wall outlet. Wait 1 minute. Plug them back in and visit Spectrum. No, motherfucker. I'll watch this game on my phone before I do all that shit. That sounds like a wifey task.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get her to do it.
Miami
I
is
don't think
not
she's
missing.
here.
There he goes.
Miami is not missing. Shouts to Ramon Scott. He says KU in the under.
Yeah, I think Mixon could get that. They're just juicing up his shit lately because he's.
I like that kid Evans receiving yards. It was at like 6.5. That was dummy low. Mixon's backup. He can catch, man.
Yeah.
They've been using him in a lot of passing situations. He had that big Thursday night, or was that Monday night? Monday night football game. I think it was a week or two ago. He had like 2 tutties.
Yeah.
6.5 for his receiving yards. It's like, wow, man. That was a little bit disrespectful when I saw that. But I would have to upload money on the book, bet it, and do all that. So I didn't get to the one.
Man, shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm not gonna lie, I'll wait like another 30 minutes and I'm probably gonna crack one. Saturday's probably one of the only days I drink, so I'm gonna have a drink with you guys. I got 30 minutes in me, okay? I'm an adult. I can wait until almost noon. Let me see here. Anything interesting going across the board on the games that we do have live?
Texas LSU. Texas is up 24-15 at the 11:42 mark. Penn State's up 26-24. And we're still waiting for the rest of the games to pop off. Those are the 3 games that are live right now. Well, if you count Lindenwood and IU Pewee, 25-17.
No, it wasn't IUPU. Who was it? Was it them? Who was the team 2 years ago that was fucking asking people to try out from the school? C-Mac, was it them? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Were they so bad? They were the one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Their team,
but
Billy,
stories
their
like
team,
that get misconfused, man, because there'd be some motherfuckers that be on the football team that look like they be great rebounders.
No, this one wasn't misconfused. They like lost every single game by like 40 points. They they were getting their ass beat
They held
so bad.
open tryouts like it was high school.
Yeah, it was because they were getting beat so bad. It's cool that it shows us people coming in from X. Now I know. Abdul Malik, good to see you in here, man. If you got some bets, drop it. James Parm said it was IUPUI. So there we go. Robert dropping some more action. Dartmouth -3.5. Man, I'm ready for Pubapalooza 3, man. I'm ready to be, betting with you guys in person again. I know some people are all like, well, betting in Texas, blah, blah, blah. Well, motherfucker, I live in Texas, so I'm used to it. I'm good.
Nah, betting in Texas is way different. I'm telling you, man. When you get into
when we get here, anybody who needs some like different options, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Just let me know. I got you.
You just use Bovada, Bet Online, and buy bookies.
Sure, but if you need me,
those 3 books,
if you need me bookies or any other sites that aren't typically, I got you. Just let me know. Just kidding. While we're talking about sites, Bet Online will match you up to $1,000 if you use promo code Pub Sports Radio.
Bovada's got a fire too, because you can not play, but when I went down the first time, I was placing bets on the plane ride.
Hell yeah, man! We're about to tip. C-Mac, you're gonna have to call it at first. I mean, not call it, but tell me what's going on at first, because
oh shit. Okay.
I don't think it's tipped yet. I don't think it's tipped yet. Ohio is up 20-0 at half on Georgia Southern. Man, Georgia Southern the bowl games are such a minefield, man. I will touch on one that I'm on. I'm on Jacksonville State today. I don't know if you guys saw, Jacksonville State was not supposed to be able to play in a bowl game this year. Like, they were supposed to be ineligible. The NCAA was supposed to have them ineligible. But because there were so many bad football teams, only 30 teams out of the 32 that were needed for bowl games actually won the 6 games that they had to win. So I'll say that again. Only 30 out of the 32 needed teams actually won the 6 games to qualify for a bowl game. So because Jacksonville State, what they have a 9-win season, I think, because they had such a good season, they went ahead and like invited them to a bowl game. And it was pretty cool to watch. The coach was on the plane. They were on a plane back home with the team. And he got over the announcing thing on the plane and like fucking announced it that they were going to be in a bowl game, and everyone started hooping and hollering. And from what I've seen, they have 0 players that have announced out for the game. So I like that. I like the motivation factor. We'll see. Doesn't mean you win the game. Doesn't mean shit, to be honest. But it's one of the things that I really like. Did you see any of that shit? C-Mac? No. Billy, did you?
No, I'm not. To be honest with you, the bowl games aren't till
the better ones. I got you.
Not to the better ones. Yeah, basically to not the big. I don't know how to explain it. It's not till next weekend until I start really getting into like the bowl games and stuff like that. And everybody comes over for Christmas. What's your favorite college bowl game this weekend? It's the coveted Christmas question. Because like last Christmas, because we always host Christmas at my mom's house, we had the fucking monitors and the TV set up, and my brother always just loads up his account, and then I have my account, and we're just cashing left and fucking right last year. It was like Alan Lazard touchdown on the one screen, fucking Julius Randle for 3 on the other screen. It was like everybody was like, "What the fuck?"
Okay, fuck.
It's shot
All
time.
right, pull this up.
Speaking of shot time, I need my drinks to hurry up and get here. 1, so I can have one with you guys in the chat, and 2, so I can get this shit fixed so I can see the game.
Yeah, you gotta shoot that shit with confidence, boy. 7-point game now. So it's a big 3.
Did you bet that? Did you get in on it?
I did get in 15.5 in the first half. But
15.5 in the first half? Did you say
Yeah.
it and I just didn't hear it?
Yes, I said
Man,
15.
fuck. I literally was waiting for you to say you bet it, and I was going to join you with it. I need some DJ action right now.
I think LaSalle matches up good, man. It's the Miami spot, but fuck, man, that's a lot of points. Big 3 again. LaSalle, 4-point game, baby. Let's go. 7 minutes.
I'm trying to see this here. So I talked about the Baylor game, but Clemson, Memphis. You guys have any thoughts on that? You know, I've taken some shit for being on Memphis here, but Memphis, I've been cashing tickets with them, and I like this basketball team, and I don't think Clemson is as good as everybody thinks. I know they're undefeated, but shit, who have they beat? I mean, they beat
Clemson's
decent.
nice, though. Clemson's nice. They're gonna win the SEC this year.
What?
Yeah, I've seen this before though, and they're fine. This is a true road game, but it's at 3 now. I mean, we're talking full game, in the first half here. Cap?
No, I'm on full game.
Okay. What'd
Sorry,
you get? You got better than 3 though, right?
I got 1.5.
Yeah, that's 2.5, 3 now.
It's at 3 now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder where the money's at too. Is it because I would think the money would be on Clemson, but maybe I'm wrong.
This is a classic spot for them to lose. The money's all over Memphis.
You can't tell me Clemson's not that nice. They got 5 wins.
They are, but this is
75 opponents.
They've done this on neutral floors and at home. They're gonna go on the road and have a clunker shooting the ball.
I agree. I think it's a Memphis bet today, but I'm saying long term wise, I think Clemson is that good. They're gonna lose today, but I think Clemson wins.
I mean, I like what I've seen so far this year. Yeah.
Man,
Okay.
The reason I got distracted, I was reading our guy Perky's comment in the chat. Man, it's all good. I'm a grown-ass man, bro. I get over shit before it even happens. So we're good, homie.
I got to feel that game out a little bit, though, because I also think the over could be the spot because Memphis is going to want to pick up the pace in that game, and Clemson does have the talent to nonchalantly pick up the pace in the game, and that's how Clemson ends up losing because I think that Memphis could easily outscore Clemson.
Quinterly, man, he's been fun to watch. He was fun to watch last year at Alabama.
Quinterly's a bitch. That dude's a bitch.
He throws the ball away sometimes, and I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? Slow down and stop throwing the ball away. And this
when he was at Nova, he was a certified bitch. Scared of Jay Wright. I want to go to the transfer portal. This isn't working.
This sounds like a fan right now.
Oh, no. This is the fandom coming out of me. Javon Quirley, his little jelly rolling ass is a bitch.
Somebody tag him and let him know.
Even when he played at
Before
Bama
the game today, if possible.
Even when he played at Bama last year. Granted, like, he won us some tickets, but, like, that was really the bull that was with the murder case, Miller, the one that's on the Hornets. It was really that was the reason why tickets were cashing for Bama last year. It wasn't because his little bitch ass. Like, I don't think he's that good, bro. I really don't.
What a way to be remembered. The dude with the murder case.
Because there's Braxton Miller, Brandon Miller. I mean, Braxton Miller used to be an Ohio State like football player.
I enjoyed last year when everybody was saying like, "Oh, he's got to be distracted because of this. He's not going to play good." Like, motherfucker, you don't understand. Athletes use sports to outlet when shit's going bad. So, like, I was betting all over him when that was going on.
I think he's a good ball player.
Our guy in the chat asked if we could revisit the Baylor breakdown. Man, I don't want to. Billy and I went back and forth. It was a good breakdown for both sides, I think. But I'll let you know I'm on Baylor first half. He leans Michigan State. We can revisit it a little bit if you have questions. But Billy was going in on MSU. I don't want to hear that again.
I like the spot for him. I just don't want to. I just, from like an eye perspective, I don't know. I fall into this in college basketball a lot. Man, do I not want to put my money on Michigan State right now. So why do I need to? We have over 1 million things to bet on this Saturday. But gun in my head, I would say Michigan State.
Gotcha.
Back to an 8-point game here in Miami. That's a foul and one. Back to a 6. That Kansas game on?
I can't pull it up, which is what I'm sitting here texting. I'm trying to get some help so I can get it up because I can't pull it up.
Oh man, you need CBS?
No, it's my cable provider, whatever that I use, Spectrum. It's like when I click on it, it's telling me like no, like it won't pull up anything at all. Not this game, not any channel. It's telling me to reset it, which I guess I will. No, I'm not going against KU. I got Kansas in the first half here, actually. And speaking of having Kansas in the first half here, our guy just popped backstage, who will definitely have some insight on today's bowl games that I won't be able to give you. So I'm excited to hear what he has to say. Let's welcome him up here. Our guy, Winetime Sports. What's good, Winetime?
What's up, fellas? How we doing? Dabby Cab, Billy B, my guys. I know C-Max there too. Good to see you guys. Happy Saturday.
Happy fucking Saturday. What a slate. This is, I was saying to the boys earlier, this is the weekend that gets the presents under the tree.
Seriously, this is a jam-packed day today, guys. I was doing so much freaking research last night too. Finished it up though. So got my plays locked in for today, guys. I'm stoked for that UFC card too. I don't have anything in it, but I will be watching you guys on stream today. So I'm going to definitely be tailing something in that, but nothing yet.
You have any, what's your, I hate to put you on the spot right off the bat, but I got to ask you, man, you know, it's bowl season and this is like, there's 3 different versions of bowl weekend. There's 4 actually. First one's the Army Navy weekend. You know, all the D-gens bet that. This is the one where people that really bet college football have a huge edge on. It's this weekend. The next weekend is like, you cannot watch college football the whole entire fucking year. And I bet you can watch like 6-7 videos and find 3 college bets next weekend because it's Christmas weekend. So, and then the next one is like this teams that we all know. So this is the one where like motherfuckers that really know college football got some good money. What's your favorite bet this college football day?
Yeah, guys. I like the Boise State team total under 20.5. Whatever number you can get right now. Listen, guys, Boise State, their quarterback went in the transfer. He was running that offense really good. They're bringing in a true freshman today. He's never stepped foot on the field before, I believe. Yes, UCLA is at without Latu. He's going to be a top 5, top 10 pick in the NFL draft this year. He's getting ready for the NFL, so he will not be playing today. Have no fear, though. They got the Murphy twins coming on both sides of the edge. These guys have the most QB pressures in the Pac-12 next to Latu, so I don't think they'll have any problem getting off today, especially that they're trying to get drafted this season too. So they, I expect these guys to be eating good today. And there's another guy named Carl Jones Jr. He's a 6th-year guy. He's actually going to be starting for Latu. And this is a big game for him. Watched him interview and practice this week, and this game means a lot to him. It's his last game playing for UCLA. He wants to get as much tape as he can on there. So I expect them to hit this quarterback and hit him hard. UCLA is number 1. I believe they're top 5 in the nation in stopping the run. So Boise State is not going to try to run on them. They're going to try to throw it. And when that quarterback steps back, he's going to get hit. So I like the team total under. I have the full game under at 48. It's down to 47 now. The only problem with the full game under is that if UCLA does get a lot of turnovers in Boise's own in their own territory and UCLA scores, that's what might kill the under because it is kind of low. But I just don't see Boise State scoring today, like more than 10 points. It doesn't make sense to me. This line's getting a lot of steam right now. It's up to UCLA -6. I know my guy Cab got in on what did you get? -4, -4.5, Cab?
I love that as a parlay piece because that sounds just like a great spot scenario where like you could just count on UCLA winning this game.
Oh, yeah. And so listen too, Billy. So Ethan Garbers is going to be starting today at quarterback. I wasn't a big fan of his coming in this year. He was backing up DTR for the last 2 years, though. He knows his offense. I saw his post-game interview after he beat USC. He said it was the best day of his life. He's stoked to be a Bruin, You got Dante Moore out of there, kind of the toxic, we were forcing to play him because he's the 5-star recruit. I wanted to play him. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I wanted him to be our quarterback, but he just wasn't it. He wasn't the fit, 4 pick sixes in your freshman season. It's just not good. So I think Garbers is going to have a pretty good game today. And they also got the 2 running backs that are averaging 4.5 yards a carry. So I have UCLA in a couple money line parlay pieces, one with Appalachian State. And then I took the Nuggets a couple days ago, I believe, when they played the Brooklyn Nets when they were -9.5. I took them like -370, parlayed it with the -220, got like I believe it was -105, -110. So
beautiful line. I'm looking at a little parlay right now of UCLA.
This game still hasn't tipped. I still haven't. As soon as C-Mac's back, I'm gonna unplug it and see if I can fix it so I can get it up. But I'm shocked it still hasn't tipped. I guess it's probably gonna tip in what?
Cab,
I'm on UCLA first half and full game, boys. So I'm right there with you.
Let's go, Cab. I followed you on this Kansas game. I got -4. I know you got 3.5, but it's like, I mean, you need 4 to win. So it's like if I push, it's not the end of the world. But I did move on the -4 for a little something. That's my only college basketball today.
I'm the same way, bro. I'll stay off of a bet because of the hook. Because if I can get a lot, if I like something and then it moves, I'll stay off because of a hook. But I will not stay off because of an even number. If you understand what I'm saying. If it's like I said, especially in baseball, let's say I'm looking at a total in baseball and it's 4.5 for the first 5 and I really like it. And now all I can get is 5. Oh, so what? Why the fuck would I'm still going to bet it.
It's some college basketball. I'd be going fuck it. If I feel confident in a spot, but I know this sounds
all right. It's tipped off 4-0 Indiana.
Take the money
Not
line.
A good start, but it might be a good live bet chance quick. I'm going to unplug this and plug it back in. C-Mac.
Yep.
Kind of crazy too, guys. We got NFL going today. Under the radar, man. It's crazy. We're about to kick
off. Bro. I don't want to bet that game for shit. I need to bet that game.
I did move on the Vikings plus 3.5, guys. It's at 3 right now. I would still take it, but I like the 3.5. I like that I got the hook on it. I think they win this game outright, but we'll see. I'm probably not even going to be watching that game too much.
I was saying that to C-Mac. I was like, if I had to bet on it, I think that the Vikings are the bet, and that's why I don't want to bet the game.
Yeah.
Oh no, bet money on Nick Mullins. I think he's a better quarterback than Browning, though.
I get you.
The public is gonna slap on a little Bengals action, and
for sure, and that's what it is right now. I'm pretty sure that is the public side right now. Let's see. Got the ticket count right here. Let's look before it kicks off. 61% of the bets, only 41% of the money on the -3, and we're seeing about 70% of the bets on the money line. Yeah, it makes me like. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't like backing Nick Mullins, but I'm going to back him in this spot today.
Hit that! Come on, big three. We needed that. 10-point game here for LaSalle and Miami. 2 minutes left in the halftime here.
You have something in that game, Bill?
Yeah, I got the LaSalle Explorers plus 15.5 in the first half, or 14.5.
Here we go. Keep scoring here. Indiana. 8-2 Indiana. I'm going to try to get Kansas live here. First half.
I think that's the move.
Assembly Hall is rocking.
Fade the team that wins the race to 20.
It's 1.5. Give me more than that. Give me a bucket with Kansas. First half here.
Man, that's not a fucking foul, man. They hugging up on him, my man.
Minshew mania.
And that was the one bet I was actually looking at today, Prairie Angel. Not Minshew over 4.5 rushing yards, but I like Josh Downs over his receiving yards. It's a good spot for him today.
Josh Downs guy, huh?
Big Josh Downs guy. He was on the short. There's a couple short list of guys that had their first career touchdown. Have my bet on it. Make a little wall for it, a virtual wall for it. Come on, lock up here. 12-point game here. 30 seconds left.
Still plus a half.
Oh my God. Miami came down. Jordan Flush. And he fucking missed the dunk. He might have just broke his ankle. That was one of the wildest things I've ever just seen. He got like not rim stuff, but the ball like went around the rim, and I think he just fucked his ankle up permanently.
Fuck.
And we got 12 seconds left here. Come on, get out the half here, LaSalle. Get out the half. I don't know if I can take this one full game. Throws it out of bounds. Deflected, though. 3 seconds left.
Hey, yeah, shout out to Perky in the chat. Said, hey, guys, please hit the like button and share on your socials. Hey, Perky, we cashed on that under in the first half last night on that Rockets game. Shout out to LJ, man. Show play of the day. He gave it out to all of us, and we all followed it. And I know he had a nice little wager on it, so.
LJ might be one of the best Rockets sports cappers I've ever seen. He always has a winning bet on that team.
Crazy, dude. He's got some really good trends.
And we're out the half, 45-33. If you took the 12, if you took the 14, you cashed with me, baby. Let's go. Sal Explorers. I wanted to.
We got 9-4 here. Indiana, 16-24.
What's that first half?
I'm getting there on it. I want to get 2.5. I get Kansas 1.5 right now.
Damn, dude, they're being stingy. Still plus 1.5.
Just give me 2.5, 3. I'm gonna take it here. Come on, Indiana. Hit that 3. Bang. 12-6. There we go. Move that. Move it.
Yeah, there we go. I'm seeing plus 2.5, minus 125.
Yeah. And
I think it goes higher. I think it goes higher.
Shit.
And we're going to kick off here in the NFL game in about 10 minutes, boys. Crazy Saturday. There's so much action today. It's insane.
Bro, there's so much action today that you can find yourself in a losing day just by betting too much shit.
I know. That's the problem with these. I have 6 bets down today, so got a couple sprinkles too, but I gave out 6 on Twitter, 3 in college football and 3 in the NFL.
Yeah, the way I've been doing it today was just have the UFC as like my anchor bets and then start working around that like live line wise, try to build it up. So then when the UFC comes, each fight that comes up is like a extra because it'll be by then all the games will be like going off by then.
What's your favorite parlay piece in the UFC today? Like if you were gonna do a 2-teamer with something else, what would you take in the UFC? Would it be Patty Pimblett? I mean,
I'd probably be Patty Pimblett minus 300 because from like an odds line, Patty Pimblett minus 300 because I think that's a good line. But from like the easiest fight, it's probably Shavkat versus Stevie Wonderboy Thompson. But that line's like minus 700.
Yeah.
Like, do I think Shavkat's a 700 favorite? Like, kind of not, but he's definitely winning that fight against Wonderboy, man. I mean, Wonderboy, great striker and all that, but dude, Shavkat is gonna rip his ass down to the fucking cage. And then narrative theory, he missed his sister, like in their religion, like you know those weddings and shit are like really important. He missed his sister's wedding to be on this UFC 296 card in Vegas. So I think he's gonna he might rip Wonderboy down to the ground, grab his back, and just submit him. It could be that easy. But the other one is I like Cody Garbrandt, man. That's a good line itself at minus 1 88, minus 190, minus
Who's he
200.
fighting?
Brian
Brian Keller.
But the thing is with Brian Gallagher is he just came off of a neck surgery 9 months ago. The doctor recommended him not to fight anymore. He's lost 2 fights back to back by submission. Dude has neck problems, man. Like, I don't think he should be fighting anymore. Like, Cody Garbrandt, when's the last time you could say he's been fucking 5 years younger than his opponent and have a speed and wrestling advantage? Cody Garbrandt's been working with like Lance Palmer and like all these different like collegiate wrestlers down there. So I think he's gonna fucking wrestle fuck Brian Gallagher and just win a 15-minute decision. That line's pretty good. Like I bet it's straight.
I like that. It went from start open at minus 148. It's all the way up to minus 195 right now. So, I mean, the books are
It went up to like 230, and then, public action came in a little bit on Brian Gallagher. But, dude, man, I don't want to sound like a doctor or anything, but 9 months from a neck surgery?
Yeah,
that sounds like you're just chasing a bag, and UFC called you because originally this fight card was match made from a UFC fan vote sweepstakes. So, like, you could go on UFC.com and you could put the 5 fights that you wanted to see on the last card of the year, and Dana picked one lucky winner and used their matchmaking. And that was one of the fights that the kid ended up picking was Cody Garbrandt versus Brian Gallagher. So it wasn't like it wasn't like a UFC match made fight. So I think it's a Cody Garbrandt smash spot. I think he should have been like minus 250.
And Cody Garbrandt he's lost his last couple of fights, right? So he's due, or is he?
No, he can't. He's lost his last couple of fights, but the last recent ones, he fought Trevin Giles, and he's kind of back, doing his little thing, doing his little shuffle bullshit.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big bounce back spot for him. Then, honestly,
He's been wrestling of recent. His last couple of fights, he's been using takedowns. So if he can continue doing that, Brian Gallagher's never had good takedown defense. He has a good guillotine, but I mean, dude just came off a neck surgery. I think he's probably gonna get wrestle fucking.
Yeah, that's nuts.
And it's a really good line, man. I don't think they're putting Cody Garbrandt on the prelims for him to lose. He's like probably has I don't use social media following the cap fights, but he probably has the biggest top 5 like Instagram accounts on the whole entire card, and he's on the prelims. I gotta put my computer on charger. I'll be back.
All
right, here we go.
Minutes till kickoff.
12-9, 12, 11.
I guess I'm not going to be able to see it.
Kansas coming back.
Well, I can't see, so tell me all about it, because I was not enjoying what my phone was telling me at first. Did you guys take a live bet? Because right when it cut out, when I unplugged it and everything. My internet's fine. Spectrum isn't working, I guess, my company that has the fucking games.
Damn.
Did you guys touch on the NFL also? Shout out to our guy Nutflush. He texted me and he said he's moving on Vikings team total over 18.5. If you know, you know. Nutflush is somebody to pay attention to. So I'll say it one more time for the chat. Our guy Nutflush just moved on Vikings team total over 18.5.
Correlates with my Vikings +3. So let's go. I am on the Vikings +3 in this one for a full unit. Going to be kicking off in about 5 minutes, actually. It's so weird to say that on a Saturday morning. You think you're about to kick off for college football. You're kicking off for an NFL game. So it's cool, though. Got a lot of action today. I'm stoked.
Justin said, yo, my Stacks POD is getting drilled. Justin, I'm sorry, bro. I should have been on Texas 1, and I should have told you, like, I should have emphasized how bad I think LSU is. I mean, they are just a shit basketball team. So I'm sorry.
I bet on them last week against Kansas State, bro. They are bad, bro. I would not put my money.
I tried to tell you last week too, but you did the same thing with Michigan State. You convinced me into LSU some fucking how. I was like, bro, one of the first things I said to CMAC, one of the first text messages I sent CMAC was, man, LSU still sucks just as bad as last year or something like that.
Yep.
Hey, guys, I'm sorry. I know you guys probably touched on this earlier. I'm just looking at the card right now. What's up with this Baylor-Michigan State college basketball game, man? Why is Michigan State on, like, is that line, like, are you guys on that game at all?
I am. I got Baylor in the first half.
First half? That looks so weird. I don't know why I'm just now seeing that.
Seems like a Michigan State line for sure. I see that.
I'm not going to move on it, but what about this Houston Texas A&M game too? That looks a little. Lions keeps going in favor of Texas A&M right now, with Houston being 10-0, number 4 team in the nation.
I'm on Houston in the first half in that game.
Houston first half.
Yep.
I mean, dude, they should, right?
Full game bets I've got are Memphis, and then UCLA in college football. And then also Arizona over Purdue. But I got minus 102 for Arizona. They're minus 135 now. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Everybody out there. If you're dropping your action, let me make sure I highlight it so I can get it. Our guy Parlangel said, where did I just see it? I just highlighted it. On Judy, touchdown plus 170, and Wilson, TD plus 350.
All right. I moved on him here. 3.5. Minus 111, Kansas. Plus
You just
3.5.
bet Kansas live?
Yeah.
See, this is where it's like,
I want a 3.5, 4.5. It's 18-11 here.
this is where I like coming into these
It
live
looked
shows
awful.
with no action, because it's like there's no reason why I shouldn't be pulling the trigger now instead of already. I don't know why I put out pregame bets in this. I shouldn't have bet this already. I'm pulling it up right now. I'll probably bet it too in a second. Let's see. Same thing happened last week, though. So fuck it. See if we can get a turnaround for the rest of the day. All right. Yeah. 11-18. Is it on break right now, too? I only got 2.5 for the first half. That's doo-doo. You just said you got 3.5 or 4.5?
3.5.
I only have 2.5.
You should get 3.5. There, it just bounced back. God, you're fucking with you. You're fucking with me, man.
These live
Okay,
spreads,
I got it.
especially in college basketball. If it's back from a break, this shit's gonna run up and down. There's a 3.5 again.
I'm gonna turn this NFL game on. I'll be watching this one.
Definitely. We'll live bet anything. So if there's anything you like in that, just let us know.
Yeah. Before it kicks off, guys, I know I said it already. Vikings +3 in this one, or +3. I got the +3.5, actually. I don't know why I said +3. If you get the +3, take the +3. That's what it is now. If you want to buy up the hook, I recommend it. Pay a little bit more in juice, but I like it. Minnesota.
$18-11. 12 minutes left.
Hasn't been any. Is it still on a break or something? Because like I said, I can't see it.
Foul. No.
It seems like both teams are slowing up scoring right here. That's one thing about Kansas is they can get cold. I've seen it this year. That's why they've let a lot of games get really close. Looks like that was an offensive foul on KJ Adams. That was just his first foul. 4 of the 5 starters for Kansas right now have 1 foul, but nobody's in foul trouble yet. See across here on the Indiana side. Only 3 fouls right now. So these refs are letting them play, sounds like, which is good. TV timeout. So if anybody wants to get a live line right there, our guy C-Mac got the 3.5. I think that's probably what it should be. I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah. 3.5.
Yeah, it's 3.5 right now. Oh, and it's not bad juice. Damn, do I want to take this or do I want to wait till halftime?
I would wait till halftime, honestly. I'm waiting till halftime. Up to you, though.
I'd for sure fire away if I hadn't already bet. There's no doubt in my mind that I would.
These pre-games, you really got to love it here. But if we're going to sit and watch it, I'd rather just wait.
Yeah, if we're going to watch it, that's exactly what I was thinking too. Like, it's like all my bets are what they are, but it's like if we're going to be sitting here watching it, like, might as well, right?
Yep.
Does anyone can anyone in the chat tell me what the NFL game's on? What channel? I can't find it anywhere right now. Oh, NFL Network. Okay, there we go.
$11-18. So it's been a little back and forth. I mean, my first half is not looking good whatsoever, but honestly, a 10-point run for fucking college kids is not. It happens. It's gonna happen 3 times in this game for both teams.
Georgia Tech up at half, 39-37 on Penn State. Damn.
How about Penn State live? Anybody any interest in that? I haven't been watching the game, which makes it tough.
No, I wanted Georgia Tech. Oh,
You did?
This game, yeah. I think they're better, a lot better this year. I've seen them play a few times.
CMAC took that first half 3.5, and 3.5 for the full game. I still don't. This could come down to the last shot here, especially CMAC said this stadium's rocking right now.
Yeah, first half. First half plus 3.5.
Yeah. I'll literally take 2 seconds, but I'm grabbing a beer real quick.
I guess out of all channels, I don't get NFL Network. This is nuts. You got anything in this NFL game, C-Mac?
No.
Nothing in this one?
I mean, I wanted the under, but, you know, Bengals have been one of the more over teams. I had that over last week. It just got there with them and the Colts at 44.5. I didn't even have a bad line. It just got there. 45.
Shout out to everybody.
But their defense isn't great. I don't know what we get today. You're on the under, you said?
I'm on the Vikings plus 3.5.
Oh, yeah, 3.5. Okay.
And for anybody who's wondering, it's like literally in writing that once an NFL game starts, you're allowed to have a drink no matter what time or day it is. So don't fucking say anything to me, okay?
It's 10 a.m. out here, Cabby. I'm already ahead of you.
Oh, there you go. Shit's lukewarm. Not good. Definitely needs to be cold. I thought it would be. Man, I would like Kansas to fucking
there we go.
Stop
3
playing like shit.
18-14. 3.
All right.
McCullough.
Tell me when it's 20-18. No more fucking points. Lock down low. Come on, Dickerson. Dick 'em. Still, what, 11 minutes left in that first
Bang, 3 by Indiana. They can't leave that big dude out there. It's 2 threes he's hit the lefty. 21-14. You get Kansas 4.5, but minus 135. Indiana playing some defense, which I haven't seen much of all year.
Bengals are going to come up on 2nd and 11 on their own 37 right now. Jake Browning's under center. Takes the snap.
You said you had Vikings in that one, right? C-Mac and you stayed off.
Yeah, Vikings plus 3.5.
Finish at the rim.
I don't want to hear that.
He got fouled, but
I'm so far behind, so I can't even tell what we're looking at.
Couldn't get up to dunk.
McCullough right now has 3 points. We need to see him score some more, which he will. I'm sure he'll get in a groove, but rooting for him to get those points. Oh, okay. I'll call it. That was Ware with the personal foul right there for Indiana. Let's see if that's his second. Nope, just his first. Indiana has 14 fouls now.
QB sneak up the middle for 3 yards. First down. Bengals are going to be at about the Vikings 48 right now. It's going to be a first down for the Bengals.
Appreciate you, Al.
You got the game up, Cad?
I see that we're missing fucking free throws. I see that on my phone. I don't have it on, but
Mine just fucking went out all of a sudden.
I'm telling you, something's up with it. Furphy at the line goes 1 for 1, 15-21. Kansas is still losing by 6 points, and I am probably behind everyone else. So there's probably like, here,
I got it back up. There we go. McCullough. Oh no, it's Harris.
Harris what?
Layup. 21-17. 9:40 left.
Take points. I'll take points.
Pick and roll into the paint. You got a foul. That on Adams. Yep.
On Adams, or he's
Yeah. Foul.
like he got fouled or he
Adams.
fouled?
He fouled.
Fuck, that's his second. I just really didn't want that to be what you said. He fouled.
He fouled. Fucking Adams.
God damn it.
Yeah, just
Hey, shout out to our guy, Perfect Rotation. He asked what channel the NFL game is on. NFL Network is what I think we just found out. Everybody, if you can, man, hit the like button if you haven't. Share the video. Shout out to all the members. I see a lot of green. We really appreciate it. Anybody who hasn't become a member, if you can, hit the join button. It helps a lot. We don't do any of that.
is that big play to Chase.
Yeah, 25
His yards were under last week. Every time he goes under in a game, I take his over the next week.
Yep.
(22-17) or 9-24. Kansas ball.
I was just pulling up some of the other scores too while you're hitting this one. Penn State falling down even further. They're gonna take it out there.
Can't hit a three to save their life.
That sucks for me, and I guess you now for the first half also. But for full game implications, I guarantee at some point they start shooting better.
Oh, for sure. I mean, this first step, I've seen crazier things happen, honestly, in college basketball. So,
oh, bro. So 2 years ago, I was on Miami first half with the bet, and I had, I don't know, enough money on it to care. Dude, so they were down. I don't even know it doesn't matter what the score is. I needed 9 points, right? I needed 9 points to cover. And with like 52 seconds, they had the ball. They hit a three. Then they got to stop and hit another three. And then they got to steal with like no time on the clock and hit another three. I was like, okay, all right. Magic happens.
It's crazy. College basketball magic really does happen late. It's crazy, man.
Bro, I'm talking like under a minute. I needed 9 points, and they got it.
That's awesome, dude. You're so hyped.
Bro, I was screaming, yelling. I still have
It's another foul. Foul on McCullough. That's his second. He's out.
We get a
Fuck,
refill, guys.
bro.
I'll be right back.
Kansas isn't going to be
The whistles are
blowing.
flying. 23-19 here. Walker, the second. Miss it, dipshit.
Yeah, that's their 6th team foul. McCullough has 2. Adams has 2. Damn, bro. Stop calling fouls.
That is not good.
No, if both of them are going to be out for the rest of this half, and that's, again, on the other side, you don't have any player on Indiana with 2 fouls yet. They're fine right now. They only have 4 team fouls across the board.
Yeah.
I can't see it, so I can't say
remember
how
the
I'm
game.
cooking, but I smell it.
There we go. And he goes down on Minnesota's 15. It's going to be a 4th and 4 coming up here for the Bengals. I'm guessing they are going to kick this field goal. Big stop for the Vikings here. Bengals took almost 6 minutes off the clock on that opening drive, only get 3 points. So I'll take that.
TV timeout, it looks like, on this one. Did Kansas get a steal there? My phone's always confusing with that shit. Kansas got a steal going into the break.
I don't know.
I think Kansas has the ball down 5, 19-24 here. With
Yeah, the guy was shooting free throws. They got the ball.
The kick is good. 3-0 Bengals
Kansas
here.
shooting free throws.
No, Indiana was. The guy's done. Timeout. Kansas ball.
Okay.
Let's go, you fucking bums. Need some shots. Shit.
Right.
Dude, watch college basketball. It's like, I like watching it, but sometimes I just need to make my bet and leave. I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm getting too
Bro,
old.
I was about to say that. There is
I'm
nothing.
gonna have to get fucking nitrous pills.
Bro, there is nothing
Fucking
like
Jesus
betting
Christ.
college. Bro, nothing like betting college. I told you the other day, like, bro, I've been betting everything, and I don't know, I haven't really cared lately. And then college basketball starts like the first week, and I'm looking at my phone, and my hand is just going like this. Like, what the fuck? What is wrong with me right now? Why am I shaking because of these 2 bets that I have? Like,
Fuck.
it's because I got a game on the screen and I got a game on my phone, and I'm like, oh yeah, college basketball. That's right. I remember how you feel, you motherfucker.
This college football game, guys, the early kickoff, it's a 27-7 game in favor of Ohio right now. Jacksonville State is going to be kicking off here in about an hour. Dabby Cab, I know you got something in that, right?
Yeah, I went over it. I'm on Jacksonville State here, man. I believe in the whole who wants to play, who doesn't want to play. I'm not saying Louisiana doesn't want to play. I'm just saying Jacksonville State, they really want to play. They're excited to be in this game because they weren't supposed to be there. And I saw the video of the team getting the news that they were going to get to play. Everybody was fucking lit up. So, yeah, Jacksonville State. Let's go win a first bowl game when you weren't even supposed to be in it. It's a good story.
Love it. Let's go. I know. I see. That was a good breakdown on Jimmy with the bag this week. I heard that one. I remember that one.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. The line has come down, though. It was 3.5, and it's down 2.5, 2, even 1.5 some places. Don't necessarily love that.
I see 3.5 at mine right now.
One thing I do love, though, is with NHL, NBA, NFL, college basketball, college football, all of those things on today, we've got somebody hopping on with us now from backstage that can bring the heat and all of the above. So shout out to my guy here, Mr. Mike M. Pimp Slap Play
Yes,
today.
sir.
Boys, let's go. We got it here. It's a big Saturday, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't believe the NFL's on already. I mean, what the hell? It feels like we just had the NFL. From what I vaguely remember about Thursday, I felt like there was a game.
Man, I tell you what, I got to stop with college basketball. I got to stop having the pregame bets when we come in here, Mike, because I just want to fire away live right now, and I feel like I'm holding off because of the fact that I've got pregame action. Maybe I should just say fuck it and bet it anyways.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, the bowl games as well right now. Georgia Southern really doing me dirty. I was a Georgia Southern guy for this game here. A
lot of people like Georgia Southern. They sucked. They fucking lost like 5 straight games in the fucking year. How can you lay with them? I don't give a fuck.
But the fact that everybody left Ohio to me was like, here's a transfer portal factor that I thought was an opportunity to capitalize on, and I'm taking it right now, right in the old bottom mouth, boys.
They still had a good defense, though.
Yeah,
I thought they did, even with some guys out.
Ramon Scott says player ejected for Ohio. Yeah, I'm going to move on.
I'm in the same boat with you because I'm on Kansas first half here, and they decided that they were just going to suck starting this first half of basketball. I thought Indiana would be live full game and Kansas was live in the first half, but not looking good.
Thanks, Al Cervic. Yeah, the Tea and Honey got the job done. It was a rough week this week here. Boys in and out, crazy Monday, long week, but culminated.
Was your throat sore? That happens. I mean, when you work, hold on, you got to look at me while I make this joke.
Oh, I was looking at you on this.
Well, you know what joke I'm going to make when you work as hard as you do. I mean, I'm sure your throat gets sore quite a bit.
It was fucking Medicate Monday that got me going in the wrong direction there when I had to go.
You got sick from drinking the Listerine?
No, it was just I was screaming like a maniac to start the day off, and it didn't transfer well when it came to getting on to last call. It was like the end of last call, and I could barely talk. I was like, man, this thing good.
I'll definitely be clipping that over for this week to get it ready for the first episode, man. Speaking of, cheers to everybody in the chat. If you want to have a drink with us, pour it up. Let us know what you're sipping on. If you're having a coffee, water, whatever, man. But cheers to everybody out there. Good to see you. If you're joining on Twitter, good to see you there too. If you want to be in the chat from Twitter and you so we can see it, jump on over on YouTube. It's Pub Sports Radio, YouTube. It's real simple. And if you're in the chat not saying anything, well, stop tiptoeing around it. Make a username, get in there, and let us see what's going on, man. I want that cat, said Kansas, always overrated. I don't know about overrated, but they definitely, I mean, when you're rated as high as they are over and over again, you're going to let people down. I think that's more of what it is.
Too, carrying those 1 and 2 seeds there, or the 1 and 2 rankings, that everyone's going to want to try to take a shot at the champ, right? They're going to bring their best game, as opposed to you have to have a good game every single time, and everyone wants to knock you off the throne. So I get it. It's still early though. I mean, it's 21-24 here. We got a game going on. At least I might be behind. I might be delayed. You're muted, brother.
Damn. 21-24 sounds good to me, better than I thought it was just a little bit ago, but my shit's not working. It's working in the other room. I don't know why it's not working in here. So I can't see it. I'm behind. That's what I was getting at. I was like, 25-21 now. Fuck. 4-point game.
There you go. You guys do anything with the NFL game here? This early NFL game?
I'm on the Vikings plus 3.5.
Okay. I missed the hook. I got the 3.
I bought up a little bit. I think I got minus 120, but I wanted to take the hook on this one. I mean, I would still take the plus 3. I think it's a field goal game either way. I do think the Vikings get this outright, but I like the 3 in the hook. You got anything in these? What do you got for the college football games later, Mike?
Gosh, I'm snake bitten by this early game here. It kind of took the fun out of it for me here. I did give a couple plays out earlier this week though, and I'm going to stick with them. We're going to see what happens through hell or high water here. But I went with the under in the Fresno State game, and I went with the over in the UCLA game. And I thought from a X's and O's perspective, I don't know, with the New Mexico game, I feel like the issue there with the quarterback challenge, right? We know Pavi's supposed to play, but he's got an elbow issue. When you get it, you take let's say a helmet catches him just funny off the elbow. What is that going to do for his ability to go out there and throw the ball? I don't know that it's as strong as it could be. So, I don't know. I like the under. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game on that side of things. And then on the UCLA thing, that program's under siege. I mean, everybody's leaving. Chip Kelly's a dick. Nobody wants to play for Chip Kelly. And that kind of made me think, here we go. He's got everybody's in that transfer portal. And now there's an opportunity for the coaching staff goes across town to go coach for USC. So there's a lot at stake for those guys in UCLA. I think Chip Kelly's playing for his job here. So I think he's going to try to air it out. I think he's going to try to run that score up as best he can with the team that he has. And if he ends up getting beat down in this game, they're probably going to shit can him.
Yeah, this is a beatdown. That's done.
Indiana's starting to smack that ass, man. 32-21 now. Looks like they are now the favorite to win the game.
Might be a good time to get on Kansas Live right now, but I'm going to wait till the halftime. But yeah, Mike, on that UCLA game, so I'm actually on the under in that one, but I'm more on the team total for Boise State under 20.5, just for the fact that UCLA, most of their defense, so they lost. Latu's not going to be playing today. He's their NFL, top 10 pick this year. You also got Kamara Ramsey in the transfer portal. Safety is a redshirt freshman. Everyone else is there on the defensive end, though. They got the Murphy twins coming off the edge. What I was saying, though, this game might go over is if Boise State, so they're starting a true freshman quarterback. He's going to be getting attacked all night. UCLA's top 5 in the nation and against the run, so they're not going to be able to run the ball against them. I think they're going to be going after this quarterback, and if he turns the ball over enough in his own territory and UCLA takes advantage of that, I do see this one going over. So I did take the under 48 in this one, but my biggest play is the under 20.5 on Boise State because I just don't see them getting 10 points in this game, even with that. I don't see them getting more than 10 in this one, bottom line. They score a touchdown, we'll see, but it's going to be hard because these guys, UCLA guys, are definitely going to be out there playing because a lot of them want to enter the draft and have a good last game. So it's going to be interesting to see.
I don't like hearing that that you're on the other side of that for me there. That doesn't give me
Mike, but honestly though,
the confidence.
the only thing is though, like I was saying though, I can see this quarterback, strip sack fumble on their own 10-yard line. UCLA scores right away, like I can see that forcing this total to go over. I really like the team total for Boise State under though, but
it's funny because I was looking at the Boise State side of things, and I mean, they're just rifling off scores. They got 44 against UNLV, 27 against Air Force. Utah State, they put up 45. New Mexico, they put up 42. Fresno, they put up the 30 spot, even though they took an L. Makes me nervous to hear that you're on the team total under from my position there. I'm curious to see what happens there. I guess it makes sense, though, because the easy thing to do is to look at it and think, okay, they are going to score. So getting creative and taking that under makes sense. But I'm hoping I get that one on you, Wanta. I guess we can both get it. If
for sure. I just think this true freshman quarterback from Boise, since he's gonna if their starter was gonna be playing, I would have a different outlook on this game. But since it's gonna be his first start, he's a true freshman. I just think he's gonna be under a lot of pressure tonight from the Boise side. So it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm really excited to watch that game though. So we'll see what happens. Ramon
Scott's got a pimp slap stat. He says the Pac-12 2-25 against the spread the last 27 bowl games versus opponents coming in off a win 0-15 when that Pac-12 team is coming off a straight up against.
I don't like that. I don't like to hear that. Damn.
Well, I would say that qualifies as a pimp slap stat right there.
Yeah, no, that's a great stat right there. That's crazy. Damn.
Man. Interesting. Yeah, Cam Raphael, Georgia Southern 5 turnovers.
Fuck. Cab. I'm trying to look at this and decide like if and when I'm going to bet it again. Big Scott in there made a good point. He's like, oh, so we'll accept the first half loss, but you're just going to not bet it again? No, of course we're looking to bet it again, man. Looking across the board here, Kansas 22.2% from 3, 50% at the free throw line, only 2 for 4, but still, I mean, fuck, man, like 32% from the field. Do they settle in? They have to at some point, right? Like this has to – I have to imagine this gets closer. I still think we can maybe push it till halftime before we bet it, though, like Weinstein said.
Little update on this NFL game, guys. Nick Mullins just moving this offense downfield right now. He just had a 16-yard pass to the running back Chandler, who's been
he missed the free throw.
They're on the 1-yard line on Cincinnati right now. First and goal. Let's go Vikings. This guy Chandler, the running back for who's starting today for Minnesota, 6 carries for 29 yards to start, and he also has 1 catch for 16 yards. Pretty much been the whole offense for them to start. I wish I would have looked at some props for him.
Man, just missing everything, bro. Jesus Christ, how bad are they, man? Shoot the ball. There's no way this continues at this rate. Like it's not possible. They've got to improve like a little bit. It's just a matter of do we think Indiana improves? Because I mean, right now they're sitting at 50% from 3, 52.4% from the field, which could be better. They're out rebounding Kansas. Indiana's got 18 boards to Kansas's 13. On the offensive side, Kansas has more boards.
Touchdown Vikings. Chandler up the middle for 1 yard, 7-3 Vikings. Hey, Cav, I'm not watching the college basketball game right now. What's the home crowd looking like? Is Indiana, are they going nuts right now?
I can't see it because my shit. Yes, they are. I know for a fact they are.
Yeah.
C-Max said the place was rocking, and I can only imagine. It's one of the hardest places to play.
It's so hard to play there, man.
So like, but at the same time, like, you better fucking figure it out
for sure,
motherfuckers. You better figure it out because
right, like, nation.
That's what I got to tell my team. I'm like, all right, guys, I get it. This place is hard, blah, blah, blah. Now you better get that sand out of your vagina and start fucking playing basketball. Bunch of fucking sissy lalas. God damn it.
Number 2 team in the nation.
Sissy lalas.
That's what they are right now. A bunch of fucking sissy lalas, Mike.
That's a new one for me. I haven't heard of that one before.
That's what they are right now.
Bunch of lollygaggers. You lollygag over here.
This is their fault that I'm drinking this early and I already need another beer.
This is your fault.
And take no responsibility for this. My own actions.
Someone put in the chat that Florida State game. If you got 147, I like it. If you got lower than that, it would be better. But SMU can slow it down, but I think that game can get over. SMU Florida State.
So much fucking good college basketball coming up. That Baylor game is about to tip. Mikey, I know that we ask you everything. You bet everything, but you got a big college basketball slate ahead. You got any of the 1 o'clock games about to tip? Do you have any action in any of them?
I do. Let me pull up my see here. I don't think I had anything coming up here in the near future. I was looking more for this football games and trying to kind of ride those things out there, but I did like the Michigan State spot. I know it's Baylor, but
damn it,
the 3.5 at home. Now, granted, that's full game, right? I'm not looking at the side here, but that was really the only one that kind of caught my attention early here. I know I just did cash with Tulane, but I don't know if I want 14.5 against Southern. Just felt like a lot of points. Now Southern's, 4-6, I guess, but they stink on the road. They don't play a strong defensive game, and that Tulane spot was sweaty, even though it was, that was that spot where depending on the number you got was how you cashed it. So I had some trepidation, I guess, about jumping in on the green wave, even though I've cashed with them a few times. What do you guys?
You talking about that last game, Tulane's last game?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that Furman, I think it tipped at 7.5. I bet it at 5.5, and I texted Jimmy because I do his show on Thursday, so I texted him Tulane like, let's do this, and I bet Tulane at 5.5. And then when we got on the show, they were at 7.5. I was like, dude, I can't in the right mind give this out to people at a worse number. And sure as shit, that 7.5 didn't cash. So I'm glad I stayed. Tulane sucks on defense, bro. Like they can score, they're gonna put up points, no doubt. But their defense is like fucking like shit paper.
Yeah, and anytime you see like that, 7 seems to be like the number for them. When it gets higher than 7, it's just something I get. Can they go out there and do it? Sure, but do I want to have my money on it? Not really. I'll tell you the big spot that I was looking at for the hockey game though today is I'm going to go with these Avalanche here, and it's kind of been a trend that I've been working with for the last couple of weeks particularly. The revenge factor spot. When you were a home favorite and you lost to a team, now you're on the road, you're an away favorite. It's a 517 to 269 spot, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13-1 in its last 14 games out here. So we got a Colorado Avalanche game. Don't take lightly. And, I think it's an opportunity here where they're getting a small line. It's a minus 115 spot when they're going out there against the Winnipeg Jets. Winnipeg Jets are doing all right, but I just think it's a great spot here. They've got Cole McCarr back now, so Colorado's not going to lay down, and I think this revenge number with this trend in the direction certainly supports a good play for it. So I'm going to jump on that spot. I know it's a later game, but something I'm jumping into with both feet.
Hell yeah. C-Mac, do I need to take Kansas live right now? I know you're probably going to be like, no, because but am I going to not get a better opportunity than this?
Just wait.
I don't know. I have a feeling they're going to fucking run off like 6 or 7 points here before half, and it's going to be a fucking 1 or 2 shot game going into fucking half. I don't even think.
In there.
If you think so, Cap, get it right now. Then honestly, either get it now or just wait until halftime.
I wish I could see the damn game. It would really help.
Yeah, I know. I feel that.
JW, I would be inclined to play the under in that game there, the Canucks game in Minnesota Wild. That starts in 30 minutes here. It's tricky because, they're not going with Thatcher Demko for the Vancouver Canucks there. They're going to Casey DeSmith. But, Casey DeSmith, the team's been playing well. It almost doesn't matter who's out there. And he's 5-2-1 with a 91.3 save percentage. So an opportunity to take on, even though he's the backup, I still think it's a fair number here. And on the other side of things with Gustafsson, you look at his numbers, 2.96 with a 7.72 record. It's misleading because he played like shit to start the season off. But they fired the coach, and the guy's been literally 95% saving, 5-1 in the last 6 starts that he's had out there. And collectively, I think, while Vancouver Canucks can score goals, I think this is a good under spot with these two teams here. You've got Gustafsson, 2 goals on 17 shots his last game, but there's what that number tells me is, the Minnesota Wild are jumping in front of pucks, and that's something that they weren't doing to start the season. So there's a lot of guys, playing selfish or selfless hockey out there, taking a puck in in the shin pads or wherever that has to be to stop it from going in the net as well. So collectively, with a strong defense, the coaching changes out there, the situation here with the travel spot for Vancouver as well, I like the under in that game.
Oh yeah,
Vancouver, what'd you call them? The Nukes or the Nucks?
The
Call them
Nucks.
The Nukes.
The Nukes. Did I call them
Okay.
Nukes? The Canucks.
Yeah.
Did you say it all Canadian? Canucks?
The Canucks.
Bro, I told you about when I was in Canada playing baseball, right? I don't care if it was a pop fly to the second baseman. So this team that I was on in Kelowna, it was like a college team. They sent college players there in the summer. They got a good turnout, like a couple thousand a game, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but for summer baseball, that's a fuck ton. Because there's no baseball in Western Canada, right? You know, you've got the Blue Jays over there, but they don't have baseball there. So they take care of this Kelowna Falcon team. They go watch it. It's a lot of fun. Every time there's a pop fly, it can go to second base or to the fence. It doesn't matter. The whole stands. Oh, like what the fuck was that? What was that behind me? It was fun though. I loved Canada. Oh,
Like
a roar, bro. I'm telling you, the whole stands. Oh,
we used to see a lot of different games.
Keep it going. Give me one more.
I will. Oh,
Give me another one.
and then if you caught it, oh,
I see. I guess I never noticed. I know I've heard it.
Come on, Dad. I swear to God, I loved Canada, man. I remember the national anthem because, you know, we sang it, both the national anthems before the game. I loved being in Canada. Kelowna was one of the most beautiful places on the planet, I'm pretty sure.
Clean. Very clean.
I had good weed, too. I saw that smile, Mike.
That's a true statement. Expensive though.
Nope.
I still don't, pricey as fuck up there, man. I can't believe how costly things are in Canada. You know, going across the border quite a bit there. Outside of duty free being the best way to buy your booze, it's fucking. I can't believe how much everything. I don't know how those people have any money. It's like $10 for a gallon of milk. It's crazy.
I'm looking at this
Hunter
line.
Dickinson can't make a fucking shot at the fucking rim. Yeah, fucking big dookie fuck. God damn. He sucks.
Dude,
Dude, he just left-handed all slow and just fucking goes around the rim. Like, weak.
Oh,
This is hard to
man.
watch.
Oh, man.
If they would have played a decent here, they could be down by 4 or less, but they're horrible.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying I feel like maybe I'm going to bet them live again.
Take them.
Right now or at half?
That's about half here. 20 seconds. Holding the last shot. 40-31.
$40 to 31 to the finish at half.
There you go, Harris. He's going to trip. No. Kick it.
Did you see-
3. Brick way off. Doesn't even hit iron. 3. They got horrible shooters too. This team sucks.
So does that make that either put him 2 for 10 or 2 from 11? I'm waiting for this shit to update.
He didn't hit he just hit the backboard on the ass end. He didn't even touch rim.
Make it rain. Man, shout out to our guy Boston Nick in the chat, man. He said, "What up, boys? What up, Nicky? Good to see you, man." Speaking of, I was just about to bring this up because I just hit retweet on something, and I was going to ask you to touch on your big or little bro. I don't know which one it is, but your brother, Mikey. The pubsportsradio.com. Go to the website and sign up for the UFC competition. It's free. You don't have to spend $1. You just go through and make your picks. I'm about to do it right now live with you guys so you see how easy it is. Okay? If my internet would upload. You go through, make your picks. It's free. Winner gets $100. Mikey, your brother, has he won it 2 out of the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, he's my younger brother. He's won 2 out of the last 3. He's my only brother, but he's younger, and he's won 2 out of the last 3. So he's he likes to talk a lot of shit, and he's backing it up too. So he hasn't. I don't think he's been in very many of the contests, but when he's gotten in there, he's been winning. So it's like what's that Saturday Night Live skit there? He's just like everybody else. He puts his pants on one leg at a time, but after he does, he ends up winning PSR contests. So it's something. But should be a good card here. This UFC spot tonight is a big one.
It's
huge.
It's this easy, okay? Watch. I don't know anything about UFC, so definitely don't tail my picks. Listen to our guy Boston Nick or Mike or Mike's brother, but watch. I'm gonna pick this guy. Okay, I think he's gonna do. He's gonna knock this motherfucker out. Look at how bad my fucking internet is right now. In the second round. There you go. It's that easy. Okay, you just go through, make your picks. It's free. You can win up to $100.
So
shout out to Ramon Scott. He just said second starter for Cincinnati today on defense is out. Cornerback Ivy leaves. So
if you saw Dabby and the method of which he's using to deploy his strategy to win this contest, you have a really good chance of winning.
Hey, the thing is regardless of how you feel, I still have a chance and it's free. So that's why I'm doing it.
That's
right.
Great. A bunch of my buddies get in there. They're like, yeah, man, this is great. It's free. Why not? Let's go.
Cody Durden submission in the second round. That sounds good to me. Oh, well, here's women. So that's going to be decision in the last round every time. What, did I say that? I didn't say that. Listen, I'm not one of the UFC cappers, so you can't get mad at Pub Sports Radio for that comment. All I'm saying is I went to one UFC event and every women's fight went to decision, okay? And it was like an event where it had the most knockouts in history. It was in Austin. That shit was lit. But the women fights, they went to decision every time. So I learned something that week.
What do you think? What does the crowd do when they get it?
Oh!
I think I like it. I like it.
JW said even Jose tries that contest. Jose tries a lot, man. Shout out to our guy Jose. Never give up.
There's Michael Blaine in there. Speaking of UFC content there, I know he gets on the live streams and he shares a lot of winners with everybody out there. So shout out to Michael Blaine. I hope I'm saying the last name right. Michael B.
This guy looks jacked. Our guy said, who was it? Somebody said there's a lot of real nice dogs. Yeah, Michael B. So how about Alonzo? I'm going to go with this guy, Alonzo. He looks like a nice dog. Alonzo knockout in the first round. Damn, he's going to get him quick, boys. You heard it here first.
Hey, fellas, as far as the contest goes, you pick every fight, right?
Yeah.
So you pick the fight, who's gonna win, how they're gonna win, what round?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, sweet. I'm gonna do it right now.
See, that's and if you think about what you're picking, like even if you don't know what you're doing, you have a chance. I mean,
yeah, I don't
go
know
take a big dog on a knockout on a certain round, and nobody else did that. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
I'll tell you. So my general philosophy when it comes, well, I'll spare some of the philosophy for YouTube purposes here, but when it comes to these women's fights, particularly, my general philosophy is they don't have the power to. I've got a whole series of how I pick my ladies' fights, but generally speaking, the power and the lack thereof to knock each other out is, it's genetics. It's a genetics thing. But that aside, I do think Casey O'Neill has a chance to knock out Ariane Lipsky. I know everyone probably thinks I'm crazy for saying that, but Ariane Lipsky does two things: one, get knocked out, or two, go to decision. So why not take a shot at it? And it's a nice plus money whack. So I'm going to give, I'm not in love with that spot, but I think the plus money opportunity exists to get that thing capitalized on. So it'll be interesting to see. They do have some nice looking ladies fights though. So we'll see what happens tonight. I think her knockout in round 2. I'm going to put that in that's going to be official play for me in the contest.
All right, I'm done. It took me that long to do the whole thing. I mean, you might want to put a little more thought into it if you're trying to actually win, but I have a chance to win, and it took me that long. Now, let me pull up this halftime line. Would you pull the trigger on anything live here in this game, Mike, or are you not really focused on basketball today with everything else going on?
I haven't really gotten too detailed in this here. To be honest with you, I've been easing into college basketball. When I fire the clip on college basketball, I end up getting it in the old bottom mouth. So I've been trying to be kind of I guess, cautious with my approach. But I'll tell you, you know what? I like Kansas in this spot to come back at halftime.
I was just looking. -7 is your second half spread here.
Yeah, I see it. I mean, it's plus 105 or -105 for plus 1.5. So that's effectively the same thing, right? I mean, 7 for the second half, plus 1.5 for the first.
Yeah.
haven't been watching the game that much, so I'm not entirely sold on what I'm buying there when it comes to a Kansas position. So, it sounds like they're missing a lot of shots from what I can derive from.
I got you.
Content. So
60% from the free throw line, 20% from three. They are 2 for 10, 35.3% from the field. They are 12 for 34 right now. You want to look on the other side. Indiana is shooting 53.8% from the field, 3 for 7, 42.9% from three, and hitting 64.3% of their free throws. Boards are relatively close. Indiana's out rebounding Kansas right now, 21-16. Yeah. Turnovers, Indiana has 9. Kansas has 5. Shit, man. 8-point game, and they're telling us minus, so what? That's +1 on the full game. Let me pull up the because if we're going to look at them.
Going to get thumped in this spot? I can't see Kansas getting thumped. I could see them, I don't know. If they come back and win this game, I don't know. I'm not sold on anything just yet. I want to finish my Pub Sports entry here.
Parlay Angel said, not mad at you, Dav. I use that angle often. I know where you went back to. Oh, wow. There you go. Look at Ramon Scott coming through with facts. Numbers are numbers. You can't deny numbers. He said women UFC fights all time. How do you just find this on the spot, Ramon? That's the shit, man.
Shout out to Ramon Scott.
Right?
Good
Anytime,
dude.
man.
Right on point with the numbers. Yeah. I won't disagree with that. That was my general. If I would have said that number was higher. That 62% seems low because it feels like it's 100% of the time whenever I watch these chick fights. But
our guy in the chat fixes in said, which is a second half team? I don't know. Kansas has played a lot of games like this that are close. They haven't been covering the spread, but right now they don't obviously have to get close to the full game spread because we're getting a better line. Am I the only one that's thinking about betting this right now?
Sorry, guys, interrupt. So I'm doing the UFC Cappers contest right now. After I do everything, is there supposed to be a button that says like submit picks?
No,
no,
you just enter it.
Good.
Make sure you get them all entered, and then just X out of the website or whatever.
Okay, sweet. All right. Okay.
I dropped you a link, Ramon.
You gotta get a submit button.
Yeah, I agree. It's weird it just feels like everything should have at least an okay or something,
Yeah, but at least it's simple. I thought the same thing the first few times too, though. Yeah, just refresh it, and then you're good.
I'll tell you what, too. I mean, Patty the Baddie's fighting tonight, too. Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson fucking sucks. That guy, that's not just a gut opinion. That guy just doesn't win. Look at his record. I can't believe he's still in the UFC. They want Patty the Baddie to be the guy to go get it done. And we were talking about this earlier here. He broke his foot that last fight, and he still was able to finish it. So I know everyone was kind of saying that he robbed the judges out of that thing, but it's an opportunity. I think he's going to sub Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson sucks. I said it earlier. I'll say it again. That guy's terrible. And if you look at his numbers, it just doesn't make sense here. So taking a Patty to sub this guy first, second round, something like that, it's not going the distance. There's no way Patty sees the judges in this case. He's wiry, squirrely out there as well. I think it's an opportunity for him to sub this guy. Maybe that's the obvious spot on the board, but you can't not take advantage of it.
Shit. Justin, I just looked at the score now, man. He said his Stacks is fighting back 63-70. LSU has made it a 7-point game. Let's go, man. I'm pulling for you here. No, fixes in. My answer is not Indiana. My answer is I'm trying to decide myself. Sorry if that doesn't help you. I'm on the fence right now if I want to pull the trigger on Kansas or not.
I'm gonna look at it right now. Let me see. What line are you getting, Cab?
-7 for the second half. I'm leaning on taking Kansas. If I'm going to take that -7, I might as well take the fucking money line. That's my thing. Yeah, I might as well take the money line. And I kind of want to take the money line, but we just watched Kansas get dominated. I mean, they look like shit from the sounds of what C-Mac was talking. But I don't see them continuing to play that bad. Maybe I'm naive. McCullough and Adams didn't really have a chance to get in a rhythm because they were out because of fouls early.
Everything's juiced to the Indiana side right now. Anytime I see those live numbers like that and they're so juiced to the other side, it's like, are they going to come back? I mean, the money line for Kansas. Plus, what was the pregame line in this, Davey? Do you remember?
-7.
7. It was so high.
It might have been 7.5.
7, yeah, 7.5. Because I got 3.5 on the first half.
Let me see what I can get live in game.
There you go. He said never trust Dickerson. See, now you're giving us help there. I agree. And I've heard some people saying Dickerson in a big spot like this. And he ran his mouth about Indiana last year when he was at Michigan. I know that. So there's some bad blood in the air.
Brad Somersault likes Kansas live plus 2.5. Brian Smith, KU minus 6.5, 7. Yeah, that must be the pregame, yeah. I don't know.
I might bet it.
I hate to be so into, normally I like to pull the trigger. I haven't been watching it, so I can't really say what's going on. I can just hear C-Mac's, the dulcet sounds of C-Mac bitching about these guys missing free throws to me is going to probably keep me off that live spot right now.
Yeah, I could get Kansas plus 103 right now on the money line. I'm going to stay away. They're down 12 right now. Or they're down 8.
8, yeah.
Yeah, my bad. You know what? Man, that's tough.
Bro, people don't understand. Let me say this very clearly, and please, this does not mean Kansas wins this game. That's not what I'm saying. But college basketball is a game of two halves. Let me make sure you hear that again. College basketball is a game of two halves. And people wonder why I bet first half and stuff, because I find angles. This sport, more than anything, you will see a team come out in the second half and put up, 6, 8, 10 points like it's no big deal, and the other team's cold, and all of a sudden the game that was a 10 or a 12-point game or an 8-point game like this one, it's tied. I'm talking in the blink of an eye. It happens all the time.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, that's where I kind of snake bitten with college basketball, because it seems like these spreads, I'll be covering, I'll be cruising on a 15-point. I'm laying 15. We're up 27 at halftime. And then next thing you know, they come back and it's like they end up winning the game by 3 points. Like, what the fuck just happened? How did this?
So my first day with Jimmy this year, or second, maybe it was my second, I had Missouri. They were down by 21, and I just needed them to win the game. They were down by 21 with like 10 minutes left in the second half, and they won the game. I mean, it's not like, and you heard my story with Miami earlier, but it's not like it happens every game, but happens all the time. Okay. So I just want to be clear. That statement does not mean that Kansas is going to win this game. Indiana could play a better second half than they played first half. But again, college basketball is a game of two halves. Okay. And you can kiss the first half goodbye because it's over. And all this talking, I'm going to throw a little bit of money on the plus 103. I got this.
You mentioned it a couple times. You have
Yeah,
to.
I'm gonna follow you on that one, Deb.
Follow me into darkness. No, I'm just kidding.
Plus 103. Let's go. They're only down 8. They could easily get back, and they could be down 2 a minute and a half into the second half. You know what I mean? And Indiana calls that timeout, and they get shook, and Kansas just starts taking over the game from there.
Here's the thing, too, though. This team, man, there's just, like I said, they have to play at least a little bit better than they played in them. They should be down by more than 8 points right now. They played like shit in that first half. Man, shout out to everybody in the chat. Like usual, we're getting higher numbers later on than we do at the beginning, which we appreciate it. Hit the share button. Some of the better games today. This is one of those days. I don't know exactly when UFC pops off, but I might have to pop on with those guys because Arizona Purdue is about as I can't tell you how excited I am for that basketball game. I'm excited for the Houston Texas A&M basketball game. This Baylor game that's about to tip in 10 minutes. I am on Baylor first half. See if we can get that one across. I've heard a lot of MSU love here. Our guy Billy gave a good breakdown on it earlier.
That's a tricky one. You got 60% of the bets and 74% of the cash on Michigan State. The line has moved a little bit. It started at 4.5. It's down to 2.5.
Say the money one more time for me.
60% of the bets and 74% of the cash on Michigan State. So it's
good.
But we're starting to see a little bit of buyback on this Baylor side, specifically on the money line now. So interesting. You like everybody whacking away on that side then?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I like what I just heard. What you said. That's actually good news. I figured Baylor would be public, and I'm glad they're not. Because Michigan State
under. By the way, that Houston game under. I mean, I know you're getting out the best of the number now, but even at 131, under A&M Houston, pig it.
Hell yeah!
I think A&M can hang too. I think that line's a little too big.
You think so? I don't know, man.
Yes.
You know, if
Houston wins with their defense, they don't have great shooters. They can't hit from the free throw line. That's always their problem. It happens in the tournament. I'm just saying it happened today. I mean, they could win and cover, but
I've said this about Houston too, though, for the last couple of years, and we've seen it over and over again. You bet Houston in the first half because they get up, and then they just go cold. Like you said, their offense just goes cold in that second half. And it's like they'll be up by 12, 20 points at half. And then you look at the second half, and they're only up by 7 or 8. And, you're staring at a 12-point spread. It happens all the time.
Yeah, Brandon the Great. We'll take one if you got it for us.
Shout out to Michael and Wager with Will coming in. I said this earlier. We don't care where you watch. If you're on Twitter, that's dope too. But we do have a live chat here on YouTube. So if you type in Pub Sports Radio on YouTube and get in on YouTube, you'll be able to get in the live chat. A lot of great cappers, good action, good information. I'm going to grab another beer really quick.
So you like this under in the Houston game then, C-Mac?
Yeah, I just saw it's moved up. It's up to 134. Yeah. I like it even more.
All right.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. I like it. I'm in. You don't have to twist my arm. I did go pretty heavy on this Minnesota spot, so I'm invested in this Vikings here to get this job done.
Yeah, they're about to. Yeah. They got the ball at their own 18-yard line right now. 39 coming up here for Mullins. Are you watching it live, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it right now. Well, I'm probably a little behind here, but yeah. So many sports on today,
It's crazy. All sports are on today. UFC's on. It's a good fight card. The college bowl games are, they're not great games today, but, there's a couple good games. I'm stoked for that Boise UCLA one. That Cal Texas Tech should be a pretty good game too. A lot of good college basketball going on today, as you guys mentioned earlier. We got some hockey today too.
Yes, we do. C-Mac, are you big into the combat stuff? Are you a UFC guy at all? Not really.
Yeah, I mean, I bet on it sometimes.
Well, I guess what I was going to ask is about the Vegas environment there, because obviously the Apex is there. They do a lot there. I think it's in T-Mobile today as well. Does the town get fired up for these things like the big old boxing events used to, or do they kind of take it for granted that it's in Vegas quite a bit?
I don't know. It's not like the boxing from a long time ago, but it's big. I mean, it's just Vegas is the home of the UFC, so
right.
It's still pretty big, You
ever consider going to some of those events?
I've been to a few of them. I've been to a bunch of them over the years. I haven't been to one probably in 2 or 3 years. I used to go way back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're fun live. They're definitely a little bit of an atmosphere there. It's funny because it seems like people don't show up until the main events either. Like they forget that there's a prelim card and they just kind of show up for the last couple fights. But maybe that's Vegas, right? There's a lot to do out there, so that's the way it goes.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Vegas right now. They got so much stuff going on down there, and then they got A's coming in there in the next couple of years too. It's gonna be jam packed down there, man. It's gonna be crazy.
They're gonna take down the Trop, though, man. That was my.
Is that not next year?
The Tropicana. That's right.
That place is a dump, but for my first experiences going there, I ended up getting all kinds of comps. I ended up winning some cash pretty early in there, and I still get the mailings from them, but. It's disappointing that they're going to shut that place down.
Yeah, for sure. I think they bought them out for a good amount of money.
It was a shithole, though.
Yeah. Oh, shit. We can see the comments from Twitter now. Our guy Wager with Will said any leans on the Lions game later. Detroit's public action is making him hesitate. That's dope as fuck. We can see Twitter comments.
Yeah, guys, I'm on the Denver Broncos today plus 4.5. Sprinkled the money line too. I think they win this game outright.
We couldn't always see Twitter comments, could we?
I don't think so. I didn't know there was a place to even comment on Twitter.
What's up, Dylan?
Shout out Dylan Med in the chat, man. That's our guy right there. Make sure you check out all his UFC stuff that he's got going on and other stuff. I'm just saying. I think that's his bread and butter. No, Mikey?
I believe it is. That's our guy. He does his thing with the UFC out there. Dion, he also spits hot fire, but that's a
and Christmas rap. If you want some good Christmas rap, he's got that for you too. Shout out to our guy Dylan, man. Everybody, if you can, like and share. Not just like, but share. Get it out there. Let's see if we can get up over 100 people in here. We'll keep rocking Kansas has put up 4 points to come out, start this second half. Indiana.
That's what I said. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, 36-42. 6-point game here early in this second half.
Talking about that Lions game, a Russell Wilson primetime stat for you guys. Russell Wilson primetime starts 12-0 to the under. Obviously that goes back to being with the Seahawks as well, but Denver primetime games going back to December of 2020 are 10-0 to the under. So, you look at this one on the paper, on the surface, Broncos, Lions, you think, hey, maybe we're going to see some offense, but potential reason to consider the other direction.
I do agree on the under in that one for sure as well. Guys, Nick Mullins is just torching this Bengals secondary right now. He's throwing all over the field right now. 15-yard passes, 20-yard passes. Pretty crazy to see. Whenever you invest in Nick Mullins, you never know what you're going to get, but it's a good start so far. So,
man, I guess I hate that I'm having to watch this on my phone. I guess it went to a break here because I'm not seeing any change in my lines. So I'm assuming it went to a break here on the 36-42. Let's go into a TV break. Chess and Poker Daily said he's on Colts money line. There you go. Flex, did you guys touch on that? You said Gibbs anytime touchdown plus 120.
I'm not against that.
I didn't. I'm not mad at it. I didn't look at it personally. That Colts and Pittsburgh game, I have nothing in that one. I'm not even gonna watch that shit show of a game, honestly.
Throw any questions out there, guys. Don't make us be the ones that bring the games up. If you got something you want to know, put it in the chat. We'll go over it. NFL, NHL, NBA.
Somebody mentioned that Colts game here. I'll tell you, the Pittsburgh 16-0 to the under, going all the way back to October 2015. When they're a single-digit dog, the total is at least 40, and they threw for less than 215 yards the previous game. So kind of tells me team that's not performing well. We know the quarterback situation, right, and their backups out there now again. But when they're not moving the ball through the air, they're not moving the chains. They're not keeping the possession the way they should, and it ends up being a sloppy underfest. It's got 3 unders so far this season in that same number. So, I hate unders, but certainly is a spot there for an under. 0-16 to the under.
How about until we get more? I'm going to keep hitting different games here since we are on break, it looks like. Shout out to our guy, Justin. He said he's got Steelers minus 103 on his card. I was going to say Arizona, Purdue. Anybody here bet or look at that one? I am on Arizona. I got it at minus 102. That shit's ran up all the way up to like minus 130 now.
Yeah, I like Arizona. I'm going to have a big play on the Arizona spot tonight. That's going to definitely be a big spot.
So when you say that, I track everything at one unit, but I will, if anybody asks, literally, I have people sometimes who DM me and they ask me like, what are you betting? If you want to know, just fucking ask me. If Arizona wins today, as long as like 1 or 2 of my other bets win, I have a good day. Let me put it like that, right? If Arizona loses today and I don't sweep the card, I'm not going to have a good day.
What time's that Arizona game at, boys?
3:00 my time. So what is that? Hold on.
Or 1:00 my time.
Yeah, 3:30 my time. Excuse me.
Port Wiley, I like the under in that game. I thought that was an under spot for me with this Minnesota game. It's an afternoon spot too. We just talked about the goaltending matchups, kind of deceiving when you look at it at first glance because the goaltending's been so bad with Gustafsson for Minnesota, but he's on a 95% saving tear since the coaching change. And Casey DeSmith for Vancouver, the Canucks, he's no bitch either. So, he can go out there and get the job done. He's floating a 91.3% save percentage. I like the under 6.5 out there. The 6.5 though, not the 6. So that would be a little pay up spot. Why? Because I'd rather not have the push. I'd rather, if I'm going to have my money in stake here, I want to win or lose. I don't want to have a push. Although I guess I'd rather push than lose, right? But that goes without saying.
Yeah, of course we'd rather, but don't get C-Mac started on that.
Let's not talk about that.
Just don't.
No, the push is fine. It's just not a win.
I didn't
and
say
it's not a loss. That's in the middle. It's a push.
He wasn't here for it, so he doesn't even know. So let's just not start it again.
No, I mean, it's simple though.
No.
It was simple.
Somebody
Mike just said it. He said it perfect.
Somebody was trying to say that a push was a win, and C-Mac
was a win.
It was.
They were like, "I pushed. I won." They're like, "I won." They're like, "No, you didn't. You got your money back. You didn't win."
The sheer fact that
it was a whole
I mean, I guess they were meaning it felt like a win. That's what they were trying to say. Whatever.
It feels like a loss to me when I get a push. I got to emotion.
See, there's that side. There's that side of it. Now we're talking.
Yeah, it depends, right? But let's not. North Carolina, Kentucky. I have stayed off of this game, and I'm sure. I have a feeling most people would like Kentucky here, but I think North Carolina is better than what people like to admit. They are ranked 9th, so I don't know who I'm talking to when I say that. But a lot of people, when I talk to them about North Carolina, try and tell me, they don't think they're that good of a team still. They're overrated. I don't know, man. I think they cleaned up their locker room a little bit. They had some beef going on with somebody sleeping with somebody else's girlfriend, all this, that, and the other last year. They've cleaned it out, and I don't know. I like them. They do have losses to Nova and Connecticut this year, but UConn is as good as it gets. We saw that last night. No, we'll see. How about you guys? Any feels on UConn, Kentucky?
Nothing. I believe I took UConn played last night, right?
I just said UConn. I meant fucking North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Okay. I was gonna say I actually followed you had UConn yesterday, right, Cab?
Yeah, I was on UConn first half.
I followed you on that one and got a dub on that one. So I forgot.
North Carolina could win. I want Kentucky though. I just North Carolina folds, I think, in these fucking games.
Think so?
Yeah.
You know how I'd be.
They're good defensively.
I bet North Carolina. So just because they're on the road, it's that simple.
Well, is that a turnover for Cincinnati? Did that hit the ground or is that an interception?
Yeah,
I'm a little behind. So
looks like an interception.
It did. But the patented falling forward onto the ball always leaves the room for what happened.
I know our guy Troy is big on like the trends of like where the number is and stuff. I wonder if he keeps
the ground.
College basketball. I'd be very interested to hear. Looks like Indiana has put up a little bit of a run here. They are now up 48-37. So it's an 11-point game. Boy, I need Baylor to get me back on track here. Come on, fucking Bears.
Matt Complex, I'm still on it. I already bet it. I don't do much early betting in the week, but with those specifically after looking at the college football card there, those were the 3 plays that I jumped in on. So not happy with my start with Georgia Southern, but I also did say there ain't a team worth a shit from Georgia, and that includes the Bulldogs. So, I'm drinking my own medicine right now, or whatever. I'm taking my own medicine. So,
did you touch on Jacksonville State, Louisiana? Did you bet that one?
No. I used to get excited about these bowl games, but with the transfer portals and the NIL, I'm more concerned. I'm more excited to see where these players are going than I am to see the actual games themselves. They've watered the fucking product down so much now. Like, let's bring it into this giant, playoff scenario. Let's get this thing moving in that direction. And, all these, sub 500 teams making bowl games now. It's hard to get excited for some of this stuff.
It's hard. It's the money. I know you know this, but it's just there's so much money in the bowls, like from the fucking sponsors and shit like that. They'll figure it out though. I mean, they got to figure something out because right now this shit's broken. I mean, you can't. This is not the time or place to go back down this road. Florida State is not one of the top 4 teams in the country. I get it, but do they deserve to be in the playoffs? I mean, you can't tell me they don't. I mean, they fucking are undefeated through a Power 5 conference. Like you just there's nothing you can tell me that says they don't belong there. So it's clearly broken. I have Jacksonville State, and it looks like the number has moved back to 3.5, which is good news. I do like to see that because it was 2.5 all week, I think. Let me double check and see if it's moved back to 3.5 everywhere else too.
I mean, am I in the minority then that says I'm okay with Florida State and having not made it? Is that general? I mean, I don't want to
no. So let me be very clear here. If I made the playoffs, it would have been Michigan, Georgia, Alabama, and Texas. And that's not based on the record. That's just me telling you who I think the 4 best college football teams are, right? So no, I don't have a problem with it because I think we're getting the best possible games that we could get. But how do you tell me if I'm thinking as an athlete, if I'm on Florida State's football team, you can go fuck yourself. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get that everyone's got fixated on the fact that they're undefeated, right? And then by that nature, then who are you going to eliminate? Alabama? I mean, because they got a loss. Well, the SEC is the best fucking conference in.
That is
football.
who you eliminate.
So there's no question.
If I'm being honest with you, that's how I thought it would. I mean, I guess I knew Alabama would be in, and you can't put Alabama in without putting Texas in because Texas beat Alabama. So it's a whole fucking.
And oh, by the way, the only loss that Texas had was probably one of the fucking greatest games of college football this year against Oklahoma in the Red River rivalry, right? So, you know, you can't knock them out. And again, like you said, they beat Bama, so you got that spot out there. And the only one I would consider popping out of there is Washington, because maybe I'm still kind of recalling what happened with Washington the last time around, right? They got just absolutely bludgeoned when they made the playoffs previously. So, you know, that's a couple years back though, so you can't hold that against them. And they were huge dogs to come out there. What were they? Was it 13 points that they were dogs out there to Oregon? I can't remember the exact number. It's been a couple weeks now, and they whooped them. They came out there and won outright. So what else are you supposed to do? Now Florida State with their in fact, you know, default backup quarterback, like you didn't make it. You didn't cut the fucking bill. That's it. Stop playing in the ACC. It's a shit conference.
Definitely. Man, I get it. That's why everybody's moving conferences too, like they're moving fucking teams. Everything's changing, man. It's all good as long as we can do our best to stay ahead of it so we can still make money when we bet. Because really, at the end of the day, that's all that fucking matters. Kansas is down 39-50, so they're not looking good here in the second half. Down 11 points still. Can't seem to close that gap. I just saw it. Somebody in the chat said it looks like Texas is going to need free throws to cover here. What I have is 79-92. What is that? What was the spread? I thought it was 7.5 or something like that.
6.5, 7. I mean, yeah, they got to make
15,
them, but
they're up by 15 points right now. If they don't cover that spread, you got a horrible beat.
Tim
there
asked,
shouldn't even be free throws. If you're fouling down 15, you're an asshole.
They had Foles as the quarterback because the injury factors that took over. But you're comparing apples and oranges because there's the committee that makes a decision on who's going to go to these games, not a team that went out there and just kept winning. And it's the NFL, not college football. So I mean, it's not. I get what you're saying. It's just not a valid. It's not a valid comparison, in my opinion. But I do like that you used the word jerk off in the question. So make sure you hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Londo, you have any live bets?
I was about to say this though, Mike. When somebody asks for a live bet, this is not the same as like a Sunday night or a Monday night or even a Thursday night, because like you have right there. We can find live bets, but we also have 30 motherfucking bets that haven't tipped off or kicked off or fucking puck dropped. Like we have a ton of action for you, Londo. So just let us know what you're looking for. Go ahead, Mike. You get what I'm saying, though, right?
I did. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. Yeah. There's so many, and the schedule's just starting. So there's a huge. You know, we tried to get the Abbey to 100 plays the last time I was on a stream with him on Saturday, and you know we might have gotten him. To double digits. I'm not sure. Felt like you were at double digits.
Huh?
With the last time we were on stream with the 100 plays, remember?
We were. Yeah, we were. I had a lot of bets, man. It was very stressful. Very stressful. That was like 3 weeks ago. You don't get on stream with me anymore unless it's Medicaid Monday and you drink Listerine. Georgia Tech, Penn State, 72-72 with 13 seconds left in that game.
C-Mac joined me on Thursday, or joined the stream on Thursday, I should say.
Thursday is one of my busiest days, but I can always hop on when I get back. I tell you what, though, on a Wednesday, if you need somebody for last call again before that, let me know. Let me know ahead of time because I do have a lesson on Wednesdays sometimes, but I can definitely make that work again soon.
Let's do it.
Last call for alcohol.
Last call for Listerine.
Lucky Power, shout out. He said Baylor or Michigan State. I'm on Baylor first half, but I'm also 0-1 today, so we'll see. It's got that feeling, man. I need Baylor to get me back on track. And I took Kansas live. That doesn't look good. But fuck it. I've got Jacksonville State coming up in college basketball or college football. I've got Baylor coming up in college in first half college basketball. I've got UCLA first half full game. Mike, are you on the other side of that one?
For which one?
UCLA, Boise State.
No, I just took the over.
Oh, okay, good. I was about to.
I'm on the over in that game.
Good. I got Memphis coming up against Clemson, full game, -1.5. I've got Arizona on the money line. I got in early at -102. That line has flopped, but I mean, I still like it. You got to pay to play sometimes. I got Houston first half -3.5, and that's where I'm at. I got a lot of action.
I like that Memphis look. I think I'm going to tell you on that Memphis look. I'm going to tell C-Mac on his Houston under look too.
Let's go. Let's get it.
I like Memphis. We talked about it with Billy early on. Now it's 3. But I think they win because I think this is the final spot. This is a game where Clemson could trip up, lose on the road. I've seen it time and time again, every year. But now you got to lay 3.
Hey, shout out to the 90+ people in the chat, guys. Appreciate you guys for coming out. Hit that like button, guys. Hey, it's 11:15 a.m. out here in Cali. I'm going to take a shot, though, with you guys. Cheers, guys. Appreciate you guys. Got a lot of sports going on today, a lot of action going on. Drop your plays, any questions you got for us. Shout out to PSR for having me.
I'm going to take a drink with you. I don't have a shot, but cheers, man. Shout out to everyone, like you said.
It's going to be a long day, boys.
Hey, Ramon asked me if I can fix a 50-year-old washed-up slow pitch guy, and I'm not going to go through the rest of it. Fix you? I don't know what you mean by fix you. Can I help you throw better than you throw right now? Of course I can. You can be fucking 8
You know
years
who Steve
old.
Sachs is, Cat? You don't know who Steve Sachs is?
No.
Okay.
Old
I
baseball.
guess we're old. Yeah.
I assumed it. We always
He
played
couldn't
that
throw.
game.
You know who Chuck Knobloch was, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had the same disease. He couldn't throw to first base as a second baseman.
Oh, overthrew the first base from second all the time?
Yeah, well, they had a phobia. Yeah, they just.
Yeah, that's what I told my second baseman
Over
when he
there.
fucked my perfect game up. I said, you got fucking Knobloch syndrome. And I'm not going to use his nickname on YouTube because I gave him a nickname. He was only a freshman. I hope I ruined the rest of his high school. And if you hear this, fuck you still to this day, motherfucker. Throw the ball to first base, you stupid bitch.
Damn.
Wow.
Some resentment.
Bro, it's 10 feet
Harvard.
away.
Man,
Routine ground ball with 2 outs. How the fuck do you overthrow the first baseman? Run it over there if you have to. Underhand it, you fucking female.
Dude, Hunter Dickinson just airballed one from the top of the key. Not even close.
Bro,
This guy's so bad.
Con
He's
Clips.
Nice
Last
shot,
I saw-
dipshit.
The last I saw with Yamamoto, wasn't he the guy that the Phillies were talking to?
I want the
Never-
Dodgers to get Yamamoto. Fuck, they're not fucking Glasnow. God.
The
Yamamoto's
fucking
the guy.
Dodgers, anybody else?
No, they don't. They won't win anything either, so don't worry about it.
Fucking- that contract is unbelievable. What took place there? Did you guys see? I think I asked this the other day. Did you see that YouTube? Whoever or on Twitter there, somebody did the voiceover from The Wolf of Wall Street. Fucking outstanding. It's like maybe a 1 minute clip, but it is outstanding work there where they're talking about the deal and how he deferred the contract, and they're using the scene.
Oh, I did see that.
Outstanding.
I wish we could play it right now.
It was a perfect watch.
It was
like,
awesome, yeah.
You know the
I
scene
saw
when
it
they
on
got the
Instagram.
agents there, the SEC agents come into the office and he puts them in the closet where it's ice cold. He's like, Major League Baseball brought 2 lawyers down to it. It's really great watch if you haven't seen it. It's funny.
Is Kansas going to make a push at any fucking point? It's still a 10-point game. Like, I still don't hate the fact that I feel the same about my bet as I felt before, but like, will you just make it close at any point this game? Like, at any point, just one time, make a push. The fuck? Hit 2 threes and make it a 4-point game. Do something.
Looks like as well, boys.
Shoot
Minnesota's
that
up
bird out that
7-3
window.
with about a minute and a half left. Minnesota is getting the ball back at their own 34. They have a timeout. They're going to go down and try and make a field goal right here. We'll see if they can. Let's go, Mikey. Anyone else on this game other than me and Mike? This Vikings game?
I took the money line too. I'm fucking. That was one of those. That's one of those. This is what happens when I'm up at 3:30 in the morning. That's.
I wanted the under, and I didn't take it. 40.5.
Yeah, under was.
Couldn't do it.
That was good luck.
My last under I took was 35.5. That was
You scored
Thursday.
85?
That thing got cooked in the first quarter.
That was crazy, dude.
I'm probably still drunk from that night.
Don't say anything. I was muted. Robert Franklin said 85-96 Texas final. I should have bet Texas. I should fade LSU every game this year, and I know that. I don't know why I haven't been.
I'll tell you one that I've been looking at here for the 4 o'clock window is the San Francisco-Utah State game. Little sleepy opportunity with this low number here. Utah State fire blazing. San Francisco, I think was that the game there? You and I both faded San Francisco, CMAC, if I'm not mistaken, there when they were playing. Was it Seattle? I want to say is who they were playing.
Yeah, that was on Wednesday.
Yeah, so they came back to get the job done, but I felt like that was that look ahead spot because they knew they had Utah State on deck. So, Utah State.
Oh, wait, they covered? They didn't cover that, did they?
No, they won. They didn't cover though. No.
Yeah. You guys got the win though.
Right. It was 10 points.
Yeah.
I want to say is what the number had shot up to. For what did they end up with, a 2 or 3 point win? On the other side of things, Utah State barely hangs on in that spot out there. They were laying 2. They push. There's CMAX push, and but they're still holding on to that. What are they now? 10-1 record. I kind of like San Fran in the spot here with Utah State. They were in that look ahead spot. They're in a bounce back opportunity now. After I say bounce back, I know they didn't cover against Seattle. I didn't expect them to with the defense, but it seems like that's 3 points is the number now. You can even see some 4s out there in that game. Do you have any thoughts on that side, Gabby?
I talked about it earlier. San Francisco, I could see it. San Francisco's been bet on for me, and they haven't been covering spreads recently. But the one game they did cover, I was on them. I stayed off this game just because of Utah's offense. It's a tough one for me. I'm off. I'm also noticing Michigan up early 5-2 here. Don't want to 6-2 now. Dude, I need some W's to come my way. I need it right now. I don't want to have a fucking bad day.
Yeah, Utah State, Mike.
Yeah, you like Utah State in that one?
Yeah.
Man, shout out to the chat. Lucky Power, Michael Johnson. He said LA Kings tonight. Ian Schwarber. Good to see you, man. He said he's on Vikings +4 pre-flop.
I laid the puck line with the Kings tonight, Michael Johnson. It's a great spot for LA Kings tonight. Like statistically. How about the Chicago State Valpa game here? We got 79% of the bets and 94% of the cash on Valpa. They're -4 is where it opened. It's down to -2.5. Now, it's not a huge ticket count, but 2,300 tickets on it. But everybody's pounding on Valpa, and yet here we go. The line is moving towards Chicago State. Is it too many points? Is that what the problem is, or is this one of those reverse line movement spots where Chicago State ain't no bitches? They came out with a big win there the other night, big outrider, right? 25 points is what they were getting, and they came back and they won that thing out. Didn't come back; they won it from start to finish.
Man,
Yeah. Chicago State or nothing there.
Who was it? Who was it when they were the 25? Just the other day when they won that game?
Northwestern.
Northwestern. That's right. Northwestern. Their offense sucks. They play good defense like always, but their offense is still shit.
We are about to kick off in this Jacksonville State game.
Come on, Jacksonville State.
Line closed at -3.5, so
I'll take that.
got the total at 58.5 right now. I'm stoked for the later games, honestly. I'm stoked for the New Mexico State game. I'm stoked for the UCLA game. That Cal-Texas Tech game should be a pretty good game, too.
Here we go. Can they make a run here? 56-50, Cab.
Let's go.
Come on, it's time. Like
Let's
now or
go.
never. You guys been pussyfooting around it the whole game. Let's go.
So
They
much
might win.
left. So much time.
Indiana will cover. I bet you.
That's what I hope for right here. That's what I need right here.
Lucky Power says Colts money line and Denver +5. I like that Denver spot, man.
I'm on Denver.
Denver's a sneaky team here where they're kind of flying under the radar. I mean, I know they've been doing well. Russell Wilson's been kind of flying under the radar, and his numbers are pretty. They're consistent.
Yeah, pretty good, honestly.
They're consistently solid is probably the best way to put it. Not excellent. Certainly opportunity for improvement, but it's too many points for the Lions here.
That's what I think too. I think Denver might outright them, honestly. I took Denver. I got the +4.5. I do see that they're a +5 right now. So I got, I didn't get as good of a number, but I'll still take it. I did sprinkle on the money line too. And, I think they might win this game outright. They very possibly could.
The Detroit Lions in a bounce back spot are not a team to mess with, though. Detroit, I'm sorry, I was going to say Lions, Tigers. Lions,
3-point game.
Detroit 6-0 overall, 6-0 against the spread since November 22 when they're coming off a loss, and they've been covering those spreads by 13.2 points when it comes down to it. So, interesting spot there.
I like it. We got anyone have an update in this Viking? Mikey, what do you add in this Vikings game? Is it 3rd and 7 for you?
The second quarter just started, so it's I got 31 seconds left in the second quarter.
4th down or 3rd down?
Commercial break. I'm not.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, let's go Vikings. We need at least 3 right here.
There's times left there.
Fumble Cincy. Fumble Vikings. Damn, Vikings just fumbled. Fuck. Second turnover in the fucking red zone. Back-to-back fucking possessions. You fucking kidding me? God damn.
Man, it is a full hockey slate today. Holy cow.
What's your
Full
favorite
slate and
hockey
everything,
spot, Mike?
right?
Yeah.
Fucking NBA's full, everything.
Everything is. What's your favorite hockey spot tonight, Mike?
I like that Kings -1.5 a lot. That's probably my favorite. That I like the Coyotes. Fading, I got to look and see what some of these prices are now because I looked at them last night through the vision of a half a bottle of vodka. So I just have to refresh myself on what some of these numbers look like here.
So they're playing in Seattle against the Kraken, yeah. -1.5. +160 right now. Damn.
Yeah. It's a bad spot for Seattle. It's a great spot for the Kings. I had some other numbers for the Kings. Let me see if I can find them. Kings are just a solid hockey team right now, too. I mean, I don't want to
Especially they're playing really well on the road, too, aren't they?
Right. They were road warriors. They went back home to kind of get things, stabilized again, and now they're going back. I like that. I like the Devils under. I think that's a good under spot. Despite everybody thinks that the Devils should be an over team right now, but I've got the Devils in a great spot. 8-34 to the under for the Devils game tonight, so I like that one as well. And then I mentioned Colorado. I think it's a great buy spot for Colorado. So it's hard to say which one's my favorite. I like all those kind of mashed up there, but they'll all get some of my money.
You like all your bets equally, Mike? All your children equally?
I like all my yeah. In this case, I do.
All right, we down 3 boys in this Kansas game. Let's go.
That's what I said.
I need this shit to get me back on track here.
Fucking go.
You know what happens, C-Mac? If there's one that I like more than others and I play it heavier, I end up fucking losing on it. So it's like, I try to just keep it all the same.
Yeah.
Keep it all consistent.
I mean, me too. Unless I really love something in a weird game, I'll put more money on it.
Right.
But for the most part, yeah, that
I
can.
don't want to have this conversation right now. Mike and I had it this weekend after a bad weekend, and I don't like hearing it.
Oh, he's fucking hurt again, though.
I lost a lot of money last weekend. Let's just say I took a really, really big kick in the nuts, and it was not good. A lot of money's relative, but whatever. I took a bad shot last weekend.
Yeah, I took a bad shot last night. Drunk making bets at -200s going, oh, that should hit. No.
He said no.
I woke up this morning and I was like, did I really? And I did. That was stupid.
God damn. Perky Sanders throws out those bombs, man. God damn.
There we go. Perky bumps.
5K Big Daddy Nutsack bet. Live bet Baylor. Damn.
There you go.
5K. Yeah, Perky. He sent me some of his screenshots of his bets and stuff. He'll sometimes DM me and send them to me. And I'm like, God damn. No, Rance. He definitely does throw some big money on these games. He sent me the receipts.
I've seen him.
Fucking Baylor's down 7 right now, which is not good for me. I have them first half. Fucking need to get something. I need to get something, man. Something to set me off on a roll here. Fuck. Hopefully it could be Kansas. Looks like Indiana's at the free throw line. No, or they just hit a free throw. Going back to TV timeout
this
again. Let's go.
one.
Can we play this game for a minute? God damn, 55-59. Nothing's really changed. Sacred Heart is only down by 1 point to Providence at halftime. That's interesting.
Providence
Yeah.
is letting
There is
down
a touchdown in our college football game. It is Louisiana, though. They just got a touchdown in the first minute and a half. It was
I didn't
a
even think they
fumble.
had the fucking ball.
It was a fumble by Jacksonville State, recovered by the Raging Cajuns. They took it back for a touchdown.
A lot of time left, though. I'm on full game there.
So much.
Looks like they were moving the ball down the field pretty well, too. A lot of time left in that one.
Okay.
I like Jacksonville State here, full game. That's what I bet. So if anybody wants a live bet college football, you can get a better line now. The back fumbled it, you said?
I believe. Let me see. I can't. I don't have it up
It's all
anymore.
good. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, it was a catch by the wide receiver, and he fumbled it by the receiver.
So many lines, man. It's so hard for me to find what I'm looking for on my phone right now.
That's crazy.
I'm literally struggling my ass off trying to find these live lines right now because this shit has other shit like European basketball or something in here. I don't even know what it is. Needs to get out of my way though.
Jay Peasy. Jay Peasy's a European basketball guru.
Yeah, he crushes that shit too. It's crazy.
Huh.
All right, we got KU down 4 right now. Plenty of time to go. 7:47 to go right now. Need a couple buckets and a couple stops and just take over the last 5 minutes of this fucking game.
Yeah, let me get on this right here. I already bet it. Fuck.
Mike, I know you bet the UFC. What's your favorite look for today in the UFC? Do you have one?
I like Rachmanov to get it to submission. I think that's a good spot there. That's a plus money spot.
Okay.
And
I did take that in the contest, actually.
did you? And I like O'Neal to knock her out. I think that's a tricky little spot there because again, I shared my feeling on how they don't knock each other out, but she can certainly go out there and knock her out. So I think that's an opportunity. I think Jacoby's going to get the decision. I think Mitchell gets a submission. That's a plus money. Those are all some plus money spots tonight.
Yeah, my guy Saturated. It's already moved. I know the Cavs are dealing with their stuff with Garland and Mo. We were talking about me and Billy Briz, but Atlanta's on this back-to-back. They got a bunch of guys out today. It's already moved to 4. I think Cavs. Cavs at home.
Spot, I agree.
Then that's at 4 now. That's up to you. But I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, Colin Clips is like Gasaya by submission. That's going to be I can't believe that's the first fight on the early prelim card. Heavyweights going at it, and we got a Dana White Contender Series graduate making he's a debutant to the UFC, and then he got another guy that's 4-fight win streak coming off of that Dana White Contender Series victory. So that should be a lot of fun. Interesting look with the submission because they are heavyweights and they should put the lights out. But that's
here we go. Sorry, Mike.
A knockout in the first round in that one by the favorite.
Harris 3, 1-point game. Kansas
Let's
ball.
go.
We got a foul. No, okay, it's still 1-point game. Indiana ball.
I want
to, boys. I got to hop on out of here. Appreciate you guys for having me, though. I'll probably hop on with maybe Dave's on stream later. I might hop on with him later on. But good luck on all your bets today. Hopefully we cash this Kansas spot. Hope everyone cashed their tickets in the chat. Appreciate you guys for having me as always. Always a good time with you guys.
Oh yeah.
See you, Mike.
Appreciate it.
Go get it, man.
Later, brother. There he is. Wine time. Sports.
Sharp capper that he is.
All right, let's see if Kansas can win here. We got 6:40 left. 59-58. Indiana.
Kind of mad I hemmed and hawed so much on that live spot when it was plus money. And well, here we go. Minus 130 now. It's still
Yeah.
yeah.
They still can't stop him. Layup, 61-58.
It's just hard when I'm not specifically watching that one, so it's hard to. I'm score watching and I'm hearing you boys talk about it, but it's hard for me to want to jump in and take a side.
Take it to the rack, McCullough. What are you doing? Soft. Get it to him.
Road teams off a road divisional win as a dog or a small favorite are 27-2, covering the spread by 10 points in a line between minus 9.5 to plus 5.5 is a Broncos spot here today. Broncos plus 4.5.
I like it. I already talked about it. I'm on it.
I think that's more validation. Absolutely. And why not take a shot at to win it outright? The hell?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck the Lions. No offense, Big Show, if you're listening, but fuck the Lions.
That defense has problems. If they won by more than the touchdown here, that I wouldn't be shocked, but you got to be on the points at least and put some on the money line. Talking about.
It's just too many points. What are the Lions going to go out there and torch them? I don't think so.
Jared Goff.
Yeah.
The Denver defense is a lot different from the 70-point ass whipping.
Yeah. Misleading, and it skewed all their stats when you start to look at it because it's like, yeah, they got roasted, but it was one game. I mean, ultimately, right? It's just one spot.
Yeah. Kansas got the ball. McCullough. What is he doing? Yeah, foul in Indiana here.
Perky says
5:36 left. Are they in the bonus yet? No, I don't think so. Yeah, he's at the line here. Do your job. Make them both.
the fucking total on that Devils game is 7.
1-1.
7.
There you go.
6.5s are plus 118, plus 120 for a 6.5. That sounds about right for me.
McCullough. Bang. Made them both, see? 1 point game.
You got to imagine, just like this game got close right now. If we were gonna live bet something, fucking Baylor's getting their ass beat. You can get them plus 8.5 right now. That's crazy.
Take it.
Fuck it.
And then Kansas pulls up, huh?
Here we go. 61-60. 5 minutes left. Kansas, top of the key. Harris has got it.
Boom.
Dishes it to McCullough. Throws it around. Adams back to Harris, top of the key. Shoot it into Hunter with the sneaky left, and he got it. 62-61, the first lead.
There you go.
Kansas.
Let's go.
Dookie left-handed hook. In.
Need this shit. How much time's on the clock?
4:30. Ooh, nice move. Indiana. 63-62. We got a basketball game.
Hell yeah.
Adams. Harris drives, floater. Boom. 64-63. Kansas back up.
Battle.
Indiana.
That's the other thing about those schools,
Yeah,
right?
I did too, MT.
You get schools like Kansas, you get schools like Valley. They should battle, right? I mean, they're not just going to roll over and take a thumping, right? Michael Johnson, no, I got the under. I got the under. 6.5.
Especially at home.
I like what I'm seeing there with 0-0. That's right where we want that thing to be.
Can make it worth it sitting here if I can fucking get these live bets.
I like the Baylor look.
Ass beat. I took it.
All right, I'm gonna take it with you boys there. I got 8.5 right now.
So I've taken Baylor and Kansas. Those are the only 2 live bets I've made, but I would like to hit both of them because both of my first 2 pregame bets of the day are done. One of them's already lost and the other one's dead as fuck.
Kansas needs to get the rock to McCullough, get fouled. We get Billy at the points here.
Right? He's sitting at 14. He needs 4 more points. Let's go. Get him the rock. He needs to hit another 3.
And he's at the nice cold. Thank God he hits his free throws. That's where all his points are coming from.
Hell yeah, Caddy Daddy. He said, I don't know who gifted me a Pub Sports Radio membership, but bless you. Man, just pay it forward by returning that, renewing that membership when it comes up, man. We don't do any of that best bet stuff. We just sit here, tell you what we're gambling. Yeah, it's hard. When I'm fucking losing, I've had the benefit of winning most of the time when I've been on camera lately, but right now I'm getting my ass beat. So it goes both ways, but we still appreciate it. We don't do any of that best bet shit, like I said.
Yeah, Wine Time hit him up. There he is.
There's Wine
I remembered
Time.
it.
I remember you guys gifting galore on Thursday.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah, we need giftings here. I'll start matching some. Fuck.
It'll bless the rest of the action because it's only 1:38 my time, so 2:38 on the east side. 11:38 your time, CMAC. We got a lot of action coming up today, a lot of bets. So get this shit fucking.
Oh no, Michael Johnson, you pushed out. Oh no, guy. All right, it's all right. Got a full day.
Georgia Tech won. Damn, I really wanted to take them, but
Yeah, I saw somebody put in the chat that they were live betting them too. So missed that one too.
there he is. With another one.
There he goes. What a guy. Shout out to you, Wine Time Sports, man. Appreciate you as always. Not just giving us his looks, but he's gifted memberships as well. What a guy. Happy holidays to Wine Time Sports. Happy holidays to all you guys. Can you believe Christmas is like 10 days away, 9 days away?
My daughter lost her first tooth earlier today.
Hey.
Yeah.
Did you rip it out?
No, I was getting close to
It just fell out?
No, she pulled it
Yeah.
out. She said she pulled it out. So
Tie it to some. Bang. Yank that out. Yep.
why can't I see Dylan? I feel like I don't see everybody in the chat. I think my shit blocks or something. Hold on, let me look at this.
Dial on.
I change it every time, and every time I have to change it again for some reason. At the top, it always shows top messages instead of all messages. What does top messages even fucking mean?
I don't fucking know what it means either.
It filters through the best content for you.
Man.
Oh, how does it know?
Boom, missed free throw.
That's what we need. Come on, Kansas. Give me something right now. Fuck me. Baylor is down by 19 points right now. What the fuck are they doing?
Here we go. Harris. Top of the key to Adams. Back to Harris. Give it to McCullough. There we go. Deep three. McCullough. Boom. Boom. Cash the 16.5 if you have that. One more point for the 17.5. McCullough. Massive. Massive. 67, 64, 3:15 left. Indiana's got it. Top of the key. Little John Stockton guy. Short shorts. Here we go. Deep in. Jump ball. No foul there. Oh, they got it back.
The proverbial rock fight. Absolutely. Yeah, there's 1-0 Wild, just as we talked
Mike,
about.
you took Kansas live too, right?
No, I was saying.
I thought you did.
No, and it was plus money. I was like, I can't get there. And
I thought you took plus 103 with me.
No, you guys talked about it, and I was like, I should do it. And I didn't pull the trigger on it.
I only bet it because somebody in the chat called me a pussy.
That's all.
I'm not sure if that was their exact words, but it was something like that.
You're
I
paraphrasing.
think it was Big Scott.
It's your buddy Scott that comes in and gives you great advice.
That's not my buddy. I mean, he's my buddy, as in like Pub Sports Radio, but not like IRL buddy.
Yeah.
I don't know him, but hopefully I know you after Pubapalooza 3. There you go. Oh yeah, Wine Time took it with me. There we go. There, I knew there was another set of balls up here somewhere. Just kidding.
It's tough. I'm trying to break down this full card here. I was
fucking with you, bro.
I was negligent in my capping responsibilities here overnight, so I'm behind.
I gotta get something, bro. Shit, you and me both, man. I gotta get some. I bet on Baylor. What the fuck? I feel like a clown right now.
You're gonna have shitty beats, gentlemen.
Yeah, I know.
As much as we bet. Look, Mike had the fucking under. They scored 85 points the other day. You're gonna have shitty beats. Because some people have come to me, they're always like, dude, that's the worst fucking cap of that fucking game I've ever seen.
Yeah,
bro, it's
like,
not the
fuck
game.
Off, man.
It's not just the game, though. It's like 2 in a row now. And no matter what happens today, like I'm still having a good season, I guess. But like I need it to turn around right now. Right now, C-Mac, right now. My account, everything. Fucking Devon A-Chain, that fucking cunt.
He's hurt again.
Fuck him, bro. Even though it's not his fault, he didn't get the ball, so I don't necessarily blame him, but fuck.
He might have been hurt in that second half.
Yeah, but they were throwing the ball to him, and he was in when the game was on the line.
Yeah.
Fucking back.
Ooh, basket, Indiana. 69-66. No, Kansas up 3.
Oh, let's go, baby.
2 minutes left here. Harris bring it up. Slow. Hunter.
Kansas.
Kick it out to McCullough. Don't fuck around here. Just give it to him. Yeah, let him go to the rack. Jump, step back. Brick. 150 left. 3-point game.
What he needs? One more point for Billy?
Yes, because he didn't get the 16.5. The 16.5 was the juice.
Go on,
he took the 17.5, I think.
If they can keep,
he's gonna get it here. Yeah, he the foul here. I mean, other than Harris, like it has to be in his hands.
Bro, if Kansas Harris is gonna cover, like I already knew better. I don't know why I bet Kansas first half instead of just fucking. We'll see what happens though.
Harris, nice. There we go, up 5.
Let's go.
Left.
Bring the shit home and eat it.
This could be big too. We get a brick or two. Who knows? And a 3. Got it. Huge 3.
Nice.
71-69. We got less than a minute left here. There's in McCullough's hands, dribbling it up. Yeah, Galloway. He's got 28 points. Adams to the rack. He misses it. Indiana's got it here. 33 seconds left.
These motherfuckers, bro.
Tie it up here.
They better.
3. Brick. Big 3 there was huge. They're going to foul McCullough here. He's got it. Or aren't they? Yeah, they fouled him. Here's the points for Billy. Let's go.
He needs to get one of these for sure to
yes.
lock it up.
Yeah, the 16's good. Try to be, but he's got it here.
Oh, I'm talking about for my money line. I need 1 so the 3-point doesn't fucking dagger us, and then 2 just
got a good look.
Yeah, Al Cervic, Minnesota, big run out of their own end zone, basically, and now they're right around midfield. Minnesota Vikings.
What's going on? You didn't go to the line here? Oh, he missed it. Oh, fuck.
He missed the first one or both of them?
He misses it, and I don't know if they're in the double bonus. They're for sure in the 1-and-1.
Well, did Indiana get the ball or?
No, it's out of bounds. The Indiana guy, he's either he touched it or not. There's a tip. So they're going to review.
I thought fucking Jacksonville State was about to go down 14-0, but it looks like they've got the ball back. Come on, Jacksonville State. Got them full game. Motherfuckers, come on.
Motherfuckers.
You gonna take swings off me at Pubblepalooza 3, Mike?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take a whack at it. Literally. I heard Jose was talking about that. So I put the bat in my hand.
There you go. Good luck.
Good luck. You gonna give me the heat?
Yeah, something, man. That, or maybe make you fall on the ground with the slider that you think's gonna hit you. Something.
I will fucking bash your skull with a bat if you hit me with a pitch.
I mean, that's the thing. Everybody's gonna say that. I'm be like, you got to understand. Like, if enough of you taking it bat, somebody's getting hit.
I don't care who it is, as long as it's not me. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. Be my first Pubblepalooza.
It's a blast, man. We just
post
cap
up
all
at the
morning
bar.
and drink all night. You know, like I'd like to say like, oh, we should do this, that, and the other, but I don't want to. I want to sit right there at fucking Southtown 101. Want to sit in the studio and go live and hang out with the chat who's not there. And then I want to go right outside of that studio.
Get it to him.
I've played my bets and I want to drink and watch my bets. Who's got it?
Me too.
Where we
Foul
at?
McCullough here on the inbound. I see foul McCullough. I'm pretty sure. I can't hear shit, obviously.
Oh, Justin.
I mean, it was a screen there. Yeah, it's on him.
It'll be a good time.
So in Galloway. McCullough now make it 82%er here. He's right on average, 9 of 12 today.
I want to get a Vegas trip in here too, fellas. What the fuck?
Hell yeah. I'm
I
down.
want to see what C-Mac's got going on down there. I'll invite myself. It's okay, C-Mac.
Nah. Come on down.
Wow. So many basketball games and so many of them started off so bad for me today. Houston's already down early, bro. It's just about to be one of those days, bro. Jeez.
Weather the storm. Weather the storm. Man, I feel like I fucking weathered the storm all week, man. I'm taking bullets. Like every day is like 500. I'm like, really?
McCullough, oh my God. He made it. He went in and out. He went in back in. Holy shit. There you go. Cash.
Shout out to Billy, man, dropping that prop early. If you got in, you saw it. He gave it out and also dropped it in the chat. McCullough over. There we go.
Bang. Makes the second. 19 points for McCullough. We got a 4-point game, 17.9 left. Tick. Indiana timeout. What are you the timeout?
Man, Minnesota, some big gains on that drive there. Yeah, added some touchdown. Big gains. That was a great pass. It was a shit pass, but a great catch to kind of keep the fingertips on the ball to keep it from hitting the ground, and then he rushes it or runs it in for the touchdown. Big score. It's going to be 14-3. 14-3.
I'll be right back.
What is that? Kuganos? Kuganos? Is that how you say it? I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but that.
Who are you saying?
It's Al Cervic's talking about the pizza place in Vegas.
Oh fuck, I don't know. I wouldn't know.
I mean, I'm in New York. It's hard to beat New York pizza, so the bar is high.
So you already got your tickets for Pubblepalooza 3, or you just are saying that you're gonna get them?
No, I'm gonna get them. I haven't got them yet.
Oh yeah.
I looked the other day too to start to peek into some flights. I gotta figure out which days. You know, like I think everyone was saying they're going in on Thursday, right? Thursday seems to be the day to get ready. Almost seems like Wednesday's the time to get in there, though, so that you're ready for Thursday.
Yeah, I would get there earlier than what you think is the time to get there. Like at the end of the weekend, yeah, it just bounce, but get there early for sure.
It's got to be like a Wednesday to Monday type of thing, I think.
Shout out to our guy Nutflush in the chat, man. He said he sent me a text earlier. Sorry if I missed it. Oh, you don't want anything I like in I read out your bet. I read your bet out to everyone. The Vikings team total over. I didn't text you back and give you one of my bets, but I gave your bet out to everybody in the chat. My bad, man. You don't want any of my action right now. I'm getting my ass beat right now.
It's the best time to take your action.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm streaky. I'll have a day where I'll go fucking 7-0, no problem, and then I'll go fucking 0-4, 0-5. It happens. It happens. I know it happens to everybody, but I'm real streaky. And today, with the way it started, I would just fucking figure your own thing out.
Oh no, man. It's
Jacksonville State scored. There we go. College football could bring me back. I have some decent bets in college football today.
I prefer to look at it as you got your L's out of the way and your winning streak's right around the corner. So you want to get on it now.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks.
I want that hey, if you want to go to the opposite, you can go that, man. I'm a realist, but I'll also tell you this. I'm up over fucking 80 units the past 3 seasons in college basketball. So good luck if you're fucking fading, man. I wouldn't fucking do that either. I'd just fucking find your own shit to bet.
Yeah, I wouldn't fade. That's not
definitely wouldn't. Yeah, but I'll give it to you either way. Do what the fuck you want with it because I don't care. I just need to win. I got Memphis coming up. I got a -1.5. I got Arizona early before that line moved. I got a -102 on the money line, and then I got UCLA full game and first half in college football.
That's it.
Yep.
75, 71, Kansas. They win.
Oh.
Indiana covers full game.
I can't believe I didn't follow you.
McCullough hit a couple more free throws too.
Oh.
What a dick. What a dick I am.
I thought you did bet it, man, but blind time bet it with me. There we go.
Yeah.
Hopefully some of you guys, if you tailed some of that pregame bullshit I had, hopefully you also got that Kansas live with me also. So there we go. Good fucking W. Let's go, boys. You guys want to touch on any action coming up or anything going on before we, wrap up and get out of here?
Sure.
Take it away, Mike.
Yeah, a couple things I like here tonight. I was talking to you guys. I'm going to take that Denver Broncos spot there with the plus 4.5. I'll see if I can't get it to a 5, but I like that. I like sprinkling that on the money line as well. And I'm going to jump on that Colts game. I'm going to go with the under in that one, even though they burned me last week there. That's another football spot that I'm on there. And as far as the NHL, I gave out a couple spots earlier. I'll just kind of talk about them again real quick here. I think great spot for the LA Kings at -1.5. It's a plus 170 spot. Not if you want to take the -1 and take some of that juice down, that's fine. But I think it's a great opportunity for the Kings to beat down Seattle Kraken. I love the Islanders spot here tonight too. I know it's a weird number with what's going on. They've got Varlamov in net, and it's going against Montevideo with the Montreal Canadiens, but low price. And yeah, the Islanders had that big game last night against Boston, and they lost that thing. But I think they're in their best stretch of the season that they've had. I think they're 4-1 in their last 5 spots out there. So it's a low juice opportunity to buy in on the Islanders after that game. I like the under in the New Jersey Devils game as well. I got the 6.5 at plus 120. And then last but not least, I'm still debating if I'm going to pull the trigger on this Colorado Avalanche spot. I think it's a great Avalanche spot here. I just looked at the goaltending though, and I'm not a big fan of what they're doing with the goaltending. So we'll see what happens there. And that should pretty much do it for now. That's what I got for you boys right now.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Rock and roll. I talked about some of those UFC bets earlier too. So it's gonna be a great night. It's gonna be just trying to get it all together and figure out the priority for betting here to make sure that I get the spots that I want to get. When you get a big card like that, I gotta take a deep breath. I gotta slow down. I gotta make sure that I really focus in on the spots that I want to hammer, and hammer we will tonight. So appreciate you boys bringing me on here. Let's go.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to say too, you hit that UFC one more time. Make sure and tune in to the UFC stream right here on Pub Sports Radio. Do the competition if you haven't. The contest. It's on pubsportsradio.com. You just click through it, make your picks. You can win $100 if you get it right. It's free. It's easy. Join that. Bet online. If you're going to gamble, use pubsportsradio.com. They will match you up to $1,000 on your initial deposit. Again, that's Pub Sports Radio, promo code, bet online. Prize Picks, same thing. They'll match you up to $100 there. If you're going to bet props, might as well use Prize Picks and do it with the promo code PubSports. Thank you, everybody. C-Mac, you want to hit any bets or anything and hit the chat one more time before we get out of here?
Yeah, a lot of those games I already gave you went off. There's a few I'm looking at. I haven't bet UNLV. I'm interested a little if we get a 7. I think there's too much love for St. Mary's. I don't think they're a very good team. I don't think UNLV is very good either. They shot it well yesterday or a couple days ago against Creighton, and they got their brother back. I forget the guy's name. They're twin brothers, those guys. They've transferred a ton. But he's in now for UNLV. I don't know about St. Mary's. They're in this late one. So we already talked about Florida State. It's tough, though, now, that total at 149 in that game. These late ones, I haven't moved. I think maybe Portland. I'm a huge Grand Canyon guy, but, they're laying 11 here. I don't know about that at all in that game later today. That's it. I'm not going to go in. You're on Arizona. I'd like to bet that game. I'm probably not going to have anything pregame. I'm on the Broncos. We already talked about that.
Yep.
I'm on that there. That's about it.
Right?
My college shit's already out there. If this line's come down here, Cal, Texas Tech, I don't know. I don't buy it, man. I think there's going to be points in that game, but we will see in these bowl games.
Way, man. I said that with the Texas game too. Texas, I'm telling you, Texas Tech football just over, bro. There's going to be points in that game. I agree with you.
Yeah, we talked about it in the NBA. I still got to go through a little bit. I like the Kings in that spot. I think Penguins. I haven't looked at that game too much, but Penguins Lightning. I'd only be on the over or Leafs in that game. I mean, it's obviously juiced. It's not crazy though. They can't stop nothing. They should be able to have some goals as well. The Leafs, we all know their struggles. And NBA, I already hit the Cavs. I thought was the best spot on the board, and I got to go a little bit through the rest of this card. But there we go.
Hell yeah!
How about that? Is that enough?
That enough, everybody?
Fucking enough.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man.
Shout out to the chat. Hit the fucking like button. Shout out to everyone in the green. Nut Flush, Wine Time, Al. Shout out to all you guys. Ramon Scott, I see is in the green now. Fuck yeah, my man. Mel, everyone. Appreciate you. We will see you next week. Take it home.
We be puppet.
Where's the bang, Preston? Come on.
I can't breathe. Pub Sports Radio. Come find us in Southtown 101. Subscribe on YouTube and all platforms where podcasts are found.